Low-key, my man. What's up? Word just came down from the 01 office. They want you and me to team against Otani and Tanaka tonight.
Are you serious?
You interested?
Well, yeah, it'll be an honor to step in the ring with Otani and Tanaka.
Whoa. You got some nerves to be here. What the hell you doing here? Do you remember the last show you did to me?
Did you? You elbowed me in the face. You cost us the match.
Hey, it was an accident, boy.
Accident my ass. He wasn't moving out of the way. You came right at me.
Carino, don't piss me off right now. You got some balls to be here right now.
I'll piss you off.
What you did.
You know who I am? I'm the top Gaijin wrestler in Japan. I'm the guy you read about all the time, Homicide. You should respect me.
Well, goddammit, in Japan, my finisher is Ben, and we're in the United States right now, and I can put you on it. So don't piss me off, Carino.
Easy. Relax right now. We got a tag team titles to worry about right now.
Oh, I'm focused. You gotta talk to your boy right now.
Well, then show that you're staying focused.
Keith, we'll talk later. I'll see you some other time.
You be seeing me real soon.
Yeah, I'll be waiting, man.
Oh, you be waiting, all right? Yeah. What's up with that, man?
Don't worry about that, man. We got shit to worry about. Take care of this shit right now.
Introducing first, coming to the ring at this time, and representing Special K, accompanied by Izzy, winning into the total combined weight of 366 pounds, Dixie and Joey. Team number 2, winning into the total combined weight of 385 pounds, accompanied by
four of the top teams in Ring of Honor getting ready to go at it in a four-way scramble match.
A scramble match it is. This is becoming one of the trademarks in Ring of Honor. It's all action, intense, high-flying, innovative, creative, and that's a tag team scramble. Basically the rules, 2 men in a ring at a time. When one of them gets knocked out of the ring or leaves the ring, another guy can just come in. No tags needed, no tags necessary. Why do we have scramble matches? Well, to make sure we got some of the best young talent right here, some of the most creative young talent right here, and this really lets them express their creativity at the most when they're able to come into a match like this and just go all out and basically do whatever they want in the context of a wrestling match. That's the tag team scramble. That's a Ring of Honor original, and we got the SAT, Hit Squad, Divine Storm, and Special K on this one.
And looks like we have Joey on the side of Special K.
That's right.
And Izzy's hurt.
Izzy is hurt, and Joey of Joey Matthews and Christian York fame is now just Joey, and he's in Special K, which is kind of puzzling because last time we saw him, he was passed out in the locker room with Alexis Lurie and Christian York, and Special K was laughing about it in the bathroom, so we'll have to get to the bottom of this one later. Maybe Gary Michael Capetta can come in and help us out with this one.
Well, at least for now, he's on the Special K side. Again, not necessarily the people you want to be hanging around with.
Well, Special K, they're not the people you want to hang around with either unless you're 18 years old and you're living off your parents and you're going to raves all night and doing whatever people do at raves, and that's what Special K is all about. They're not about respect, athleticism, or honor at all. They're about partying, and they're about just getting off, really.
Off the ropes. Nice Hurricane Rana there by Joel Maximo against Quiet Storm. And he gets nailed with an Enziguri, but Quiet Storm right back up.
And we got another chapter here in the Divine Storm SAT matches. These guys, they're all friends outside the ring. They all train together. They all know each other. But when it comes down into, once you step into that ring and the bell rings, then, well, it's all action at that point. It's all competitiveness. It's all about who's the better team. And it should be noted that Divine Storm has Chris Divine's girlfriend, Trinity, in their corner in this one.
And we know that she can go to the air as well.
Yep, we've seen her moonsault before, and we got a standoff there with Quiet Storm and Joel.
These two know what each other can do, and now we get a tag to
Jose Maximo. And Joey's in.
We'll see what Joey can do on the Special K team. Shoulder block, and Joey goes down. Jose rolling over. And a flying body press. And a quick 1 count.
And this is the kind of action that we're talking about in these tag team scramble matches. And this is why we have them, because they supply the guys with the opportunity to do this kind of fast-paced back and forth matches. And hey, if you get blown up, you just walk out and somebody else comes in.
And look at Joey acting a little different than we're used to seeing.
He's acting, is he on something?
Possibly. And they both go out so others can come in. Joel coming in to stick up for Jose.
And
look out.
There you go. The big man, Monster Mac in the ring with Chris Divine.
Divine winding up Monster Mac. We got a reversal here. And the Hit Squad checking into this match for the first time. Battle of the reversals here. Both guys jockeying for position, and it's a full Nelson by Chris Divine. Countered. Looking for a suplex. Can't get him over. And coming back with a Hurricane Rana is Chris Divine. Oh, and there's the clothesline from Compton.
That's impressive. And it should be, there you see Mafia enjoying it. It should be noted the Hit Squad just getting back from Big Japan. They spent a couple of weeks there, their first ever tour of Japan, and they were so popular over there that they got mobbed by fans every time they tried to get on the bus. And they're coming back bigger and meaner.
They got a lot of momentum on their side as Mafia's in there on a shoulder block, takes down
Dixie.
Izzy is injured on the outside.
Izzy's out. He'll be back though next week when we hit the Boston area.
Missed that elbow, and Dixie coming back with some forearms and a roaring elbow.
And he knocked Mafia down, much bigger man, so there had to be a lot of force behind that elbow. He's going up.
Dizzy's hyped up, as he always is. Hyped up, hopped up, however you want to say it. And Quiet Storm caught him.
Yep. That's part of the scramble thing. And what is
heading up top?
Everybody's heading over to that corner. And what is this?
Getting crowded. Could be. Oh no.
Hold on, they got him for there's a superplex in there, Russian leg sweeps, and here's the Hit Squad. And what is this? If they're power bombing, oh!
6 guys get power bombed off the ropes by the Hit Squad.
And this is not just a tag team scramble, it is a tag team car wreck. Everyone down in this one, the crowd loving it. That's what tag team scramble is all about. This is what Ring of Honor brings you, a Ring of Honor original. And what's going to happen now? Who leaves the ring? Who stays in it? I don't know, but let me tell you, whoever's in it is going to do something cool. As we got a big body slam there by Monster Mac, and he's signaling he's going up.
Monster Mac heading up to the second turnbuckle. He got caught with a boot to the face by Joel Maximo.
And Joel, maybe he sent him up too early for the Spanish Fly, and Jose's not around, but he's got some kind of plans up there. Oh, Monster Mac cutting him off.
This could be a big problem. What's going on here?
No. Right on his head. Greetings from Asbury Park from the second rope.
But his foot's under the ropes, no pin.
That had to save him right there. Mike Keener right on top of it.
I don't think anybody could have kicked out of that one.
And guess what? Jose will be rolling out of the ring, and Chris Divine taking a spot in there.
Swing and a miss by Monster Mac. Going for a German suplex. Hard to take the big man over. And Divine's going to keep working at it. And now a drop kick to the back.
And now he's going to hit it. Oh,
good power there by Chris Divine.
And when you got that much weight landing on your head and neck, that's going to hurt, and he could have him.
Only 2.
And Jose is up for the save.
Of course, there's only 1 fall in this match. You see teams making the save for other teams just to get a chance to win.
Wow. And that's what makes it a scramble match. That's what makes all the action is 1 fall. You know if you don't get that first fall, you lose. And if you lose, you don't get up in the rankings, you don't get title shots, and you don't get more money.
Joey hooking up Jose Maximo. Jose able to fight his way out, spinning him around, and Joey with the counter. There it is again. That time he finally was able to hit it with the falling elbow drop.
And I want to know, what's Joey doing hanging around with these 18-year-old kids in Special K? The guy's older than that. Everybody knows that. He's got to start acting his age. This is ridiculous. It's like he's trying to hold on to his youth or something. Oh, burning hammer attempt. No. Joey gets out of it, and that's that experience that Joey has.
He's been doing it for a long time. Oh. Half Nelson into a German suplex.
Absolutely devastating. He could be out, and there's a save by Dixie.
Dixie saving his new buddy Joey. Sends him in, reversal now. Look at this power.
He is press slamming him. Oh, he caught him. Dixie caught him in a DDT on the way down. How impressive is that? And
here comes Quiet Storm to break things up. German suplex.
And Jeff Gorman, just when you think you got a moment to breathe, something else happens.
That's why it's a scramble. You don't have any. Oh, here comes the spinal shock.
I'm getting blown up just trying to call this one.
Same here. And there's the save by Joel Maximo.
A couple of big kicks right there.
It's hard. You get some good moves in, but then, you know, there's other people ready to break up the party.
Oh!
Drops him with the Maximo impact. No, can't get the pin on that.
Just a 2 count right there. And Joel looks a little puzzled. He thought that he had him there. And we just got all sorts of action going all over the place right now.
It's the Maximo explosion, I should say. Boom! There's the forearm in the face. Oh. And snapping him with the suplex.
And look, he's up, and there's Jose. And he's up again.
They're trading suplexes, toss them around the ring.
Another one.
Quiet Storm is having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
And this is the kind of innovation I'm talking about. It's both the Maximos go up to the top rope, and I'm glad I'm not Quiet Storm right now.
Oh. Double dive off the top, and Quiet Storm is in big trouble. That could be 3 if they can get the pin.
And there's Joey cutting him off.
Well-deserved chanting for the Spanish announce team there. Jose Maximo working over Joey of Special K. And Joey fighting right back. Setting him up for an Irish whip. Oh, kicked him low.
All these fancy moves, and then Joey with a simple low blow right there, and a cheap shot at that. And Dixie, nice forearm.
These Special K kids, I mean, they're pretty crazy, but you know, you can hardly make any sense of them, but they've got some great moves, a lot of quickness in the ring.
Oh, they're talented, no doubt about that. That's what makes it so frustrating that they leave that spoiled rich kid partying lifestyle when it could just be awesome, just like the Hit Squad are.
Wow. Mafia goes in there hard and takes out Dixie. Monster Mac tossing his partner in there. Now Monster's going up.
And he's going all the way up. It's a big guy to be up there.
Huge splash off the top.
And there's a cover. This is it.
Mafia.
No.
No. Here comes Divine Storm to break up the party. You can see why the Hit Squad were such a big hit in Japan. Double kick to the gut and now setting up.
Oh.
Double flatliner.
There's a cover.
Chris Divine gets only 2.
Not quite enough. And they had a good shot at the pinfall there as no one was in the vicinity to make the save.
Divine with a baseball slide.
And now we have Joel Maximo in the ring. And what kind of crazy idea is he going to come up with next? He's the mastermind of most of these double teams and stuff. And what's he going to do with his brother Jose?
SATs. Slamming him right into the corner.
And that caused Dixie to get crotched off the top rope.
SATs never stop innovating. Sending Quiet Storm in.
Over and over.
And landing on
I think we have the Spanish Fly coming up. They're setting him up for it.
This is it.
This could be. Here we go. No one's around to make the save. The one and only Spanish Fly.
That's it. SATs win it.
The SAT, very impressive, winning this tag team scramble.
Ring of Honor, the reign of the prophecy continues. Because we hold all the titles, therefore we have all the power. And how does it feel knowing that all the title matches in this company will now no longer have the handshake, the most identifiable trait in Ring of Honor? How does that feel? Well, you see, it's all about control. Because the prophecy is in it, and you, Ring of Honor, are under it. And why? Because I've got the most elite group ever formed. Let's talk about Donovan Morgan, the world's premier technical wrestler. All over this world, he's shown his skills, and everyone knows that he's second to none. And then we come to Simply Luscious, the most intelligent woman in Ring of Honor. Not only intelligent, but the most beautiful. In fact, in a moment of unexpected clarity, you fans even voted her the most beautiful woman in an ROHWrestling.com poll.
How does it feel to finish a second Alexis Lurie? And for all you guys out there, well, you just don't have a chance because I'm with the hottest guy, Steve Corino.
Okay, enough about Steve Corino, okay? Enough about Steve Corino. Now let's talk about the man who holds the #1 prize in Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor Championship, Xavier. Tonight, my friend, you go one-on-one with Jay Briscoe, and he's not going to get lucky again. He spent his lucky draw. Tonight, you show him what it means to be a true champion.
Yeah, and he pinned you with that J driller. Don't let it happen again.
All right. Don't ruin his confidence. Go ahead.
You know what, Jay Briscoe? You may have got lucky once, but take a look at this body. This is a body of a man. This is a body of a champion. For 25 minutes, I took every chop and kick from Loki and still pinned him clean in the ring. You don't have a chance. You don't have a chance.
That's right. He doesn't have a chance because you own this title. And you're going to walk out of the ring with it. And again, let's talk about Samoa Joe, the biggest badass in Ring of Honor. Now the prophecy is stronger because now he sees things the way we see them. And tonight, Joe, with you on our side, we're going to take care of Ring of Honor's dream team. Homicide, Doug Williams, and Low Key. But just remember, no shaking hands this time.
Yeah, and what were you doing shaking Loki's hand? Just asking.
I can't understand the words she says. Anyways, listen. You paid me to get the job done. You paid me to beat up Low Key, and I beat up Low Key. You paid me to get business done in Ring of Honor, and that's exactly what I did. And tonight, after I win the match for our team, your little prophecy thing, it's cool and all. Listen, you'll pay me to get that done, but don't think for 1 second I'm going to compromise my integrity and violate the code of honor.
See ya.
What was that all about?
Don't worry. It's all under control. Get out of here. This is over. Over.
Start the Gauntlet Series for the #1 Contenders Trophy, and is Michael Shane against the debuting CM Punk.
CM Punk, this is his first match in Ring of Honor. So why is he in this #1 Contenders match? Well, it's because of his reputation. It's because of what he did outside of Ring of Honor. Here at Ring of Honor, we recognize your outside accomplishments, and if you have the credentials to step right in and perhaps earn yourself a title shot, we're going to give you that opportunity. And if CM Punk wins this Gauntlet Series, there is no doubt that he deserves a title shot. And he's facing off with one of the most hated men in Ring of Honor, Michael Shane.
And it's going to be hard because these guys drew the first 2 spots in this Gauntlet tourney. Whoever wins this match will still have a long way to go in order to win that trophy. CM Punk making a big name for himself in the IWC in Pittsburgh, as well as many other Midwestern indies. And we've been waiting for CM Punk to make his big debut here in Ring of Honor.
And CM Punk is here, and he stated that everything he's done in his career, it doesn't really matter up to this point, because now he's here to see if he can hang with the big boys, see if he can take his game to a whole new level in Ring of Honor, and he feels like he's starting from scratch like a rookie, and he has something to prove to everybody in Philadelphia and everybody watching this videotape or DVD or TV show tonight.
Michael Shane trying to get out of this head scissors by CM Punk. We've seen Michael Shane in some great matches as well.
Michael Shane, of course, he made his name at Unscripted with that ladder match street fight against Paul London. Then he won that showstopper name against Spanky and Paul London by pinning both of them in a three-way and earning that showstopper name. And then he said he doesn't need a nickname to give himself confidence, and he threw it away.
It's amazing how Michael Shane keeps coming up with more ways to be disrespectful.
But you know the funny part about Michael Shane is he enjoys following the code of honor. He likes it when he defeats a man and they have to look him in the eye and shake him and shake his hand and say, hey, you're the better man. You beat me tonight. Here's that handshake. He enjoys it. He gets off on it.
And that's really not how the code of honor is supposed to work. As Punk takes over with the armbar and Shane goes to the ropes.
Nope. Speaking of the code of honor, real quick we'll go over it. The reason for the code of honor is to promote sportsmanship, promote respect, make sure that you fans see the best athletic competition in that ring with clear winners and losers. And the code of honor is made up of 5 laws of honor. These are the commandments, and here they are. You must shake hands with your opponents before and after the match. No harming an official or causing others to harm an official. You're not going to see a half-an-hour match ruined by a ref bump here. No outside interference or having others interfere on your behalf. That means it's going to be who's the best man in that ring, not who has the most friends or who creates the most opportunities by using other people. So no interference. And if you are disqualified, you have broken the code of honor. And no sneak attacks. None of that locker room stuff that we've seen a million times. No sneak attacks here in Ring of Honor.
And no countouts too, isn't that right?
Well, that's not part of the code of honor, but it is one of our rule changes. There's no countouts because basically a 10 count's stupid. So we got rid of it. And one other note is in the case of a blood feud, when the issue isn't about athleticism, when it isn't about who's the better man in the ring, when it's about hatred and hurting your opponent, there's no need for the code of honor then, so the code of honor is waived.
Big chops by CM Punk as he sends Shane in and kicks his way out in an arm drag takedown. CM Punk, lanky, very fluid in the ring. He's got a lot of athleticism that he brings to the table, and he's proven it in many other promotions, and he's really been waiting for this shot to be in Ring of Honor.
And he's going to make the most of this opportunity against Michael Shane. Of course, this Gauntlet Series will determine the first holder of that #1 Contenders Trophy, and as you see CM Punk working on the arm there, very unique way of working on the arm, slamming it into the apron. And the whole purpose of that #1 Contenders Trophy, it's going to serve as sort of a secondary title in Ring of Honor. Basically, we feel most other titles are pretty much worthless. What really means something is your main title, and that here in Ring of Honor is the ROH title. But the way Xavier backed into his title shot with Loki through challenges, through making Loki keep to his word, because he knows that Loki's a man of honor and will keep his word.
Look at this.
Wow, that's pretty
Punk
nice.
up top.
We'll finish that thought in a minute as CM Punk walking the ropes there.
Tremendous balance by Punk and crashing down on the arm.
Wow.
I've seen a lot of CM Punk's matches and I've never seen him do that, so he's obviously bringing some new tricks here to Ring of Honor.
Well, he said he's been training real hard preparing for this. But going back to the #1 Contenders Trophy, it's the way Xavier backed into that title shot against Loki where he won the title, and it became obvious he was in cahoots and had a plan with Chris Daniels since basically day one. We're not going to allow that anymore. When somebody receives a title shot, they're going to deserve it. They're going to have earned it. And what better way to earn it than win something like this Gauntlet Series? After that, you can't deny that the person who's getting the title shot deserves it. And the other thing is that you have to defend that #1 contender. Wow, CM Punk trying it again.
Good idea, but Michael Shane counters into a back suplex.
You can't pull something like that twice on Michael Shane.
Michael Shane definitely with all the credentials in the world, especially after that three-way dance that we saw at Glory by Honor. But the problem with Shane and CM Punk is they're in the first match. They got several more matches to go. This is a very unlucky spot for them.
Yep, and going back to that other point I was making, that #1 Contenders Trophy will be defined as a title belt until you receive that title shot. So if by the time you receive that title shot, you know that you're ready for the champion. You know that you've earned that shot, and you know that the man is a credible threat to that title.
And he'll be coming into that title match on a winning streak.
That's right. You know, that's a good point, Jeff. He will have momentum behind him right there. And that's a big thing when you go into a title shot. The winner of this Gauntlet Series will receive a title match at either Xavier or Jay Briscoe, depending on who wins that match later tonight on December 7th in Hamburg, Pennsylvania at the Fieldhouse.
A couple of big chops by Michael Shane. Takes him out with a snapmare and a rear chin lock.
Michael Shane, a very slow, deliberate style. Kind of stands out in Ring of Honor where everything's real fast-paced and innovative. He prefers the old school stuff, just like a simple chin lock. right there.
But in a situation like this, it actually works to Shane's advantage because he is pacing himself. He's not expending too much energy in case he's able to go all the way through this gauntlet series.
Yep, and one thing to note is that the finals of this gauntlet series will take place in the second half of the show, so the two guys in the finals will have a chance to rest.
Going for another back suplex, and this time it's Punk countering into a sunset flip, and he gets a 2 count. So both guys learning from the previous moves in this match, and Michael Shane with a clothesline.
Nice, and you're dealing with two very intelligent individuals in the ring here, so you know that if you tried something that works once, they're gonna remember that, and then it's not gonna work later on in the match. And we saw that earlier when CM Punk tried to walk the ropes.
Michael Shane planning CM Punk with a slam. These guys do have to do something to put this match away because you can't expend all your energy in the first match.
Nope, but at the same time, both men are real fresh right now, so it's going to be very, very difficult for either of them to pin the other one. And look, he just doesn't care about what the fans think of him at all with that second rope elbow.
He's going to get the pin? No, CM Punk still with a lot to kick out. He's got very long legs and it really helps him kick out of these pinning predicaments. But Punk is in trouble right now. Michael Shane with the advantage. Trying to soften him up with the chancer.
When you deal with a person with the ideals of CM Punk, the pride of CM Punk, the respect of CM Punk, it's going to take a lot to put that man down, especially when he's here in his Ring of Honor debut here at the Murphy Recreation Center, which is becoming the building where everybody wants to wrestle now. And CM Punk's just not going to take this shot lightly, and you better believe that he's in there more determined than just about anybody that's ever stepped into that ring before.
And just imagine what a career-making performance this would be if Punk, in his very first appearance here, can go all the way through the gauntlet.
Now, to get through this gauntlet, he's going to have to defeat guys like American Dragon, Paul London, Amazing Red, and AJ Styles. All those guys in this gauntlet series.
Shane hooks the leg and gets 2. These two seem to be very evenly matched. But right now, Michael Shane again taking the advantage. Punk in a bit of trouble here. He's going to have to come up with an offensive flurry.
Michael Shane just so slow, deliberate, so methodical, so old school in his style that you got to think for some of these guys that are used to maybe the new way of wrestling, this new style, that someone like Michael Shane has to just throw them off when he's just pulling out one old school after another.
It can be very frustrating to go against Michael Shane. He's taking his time, and he's forcing the opponent into his style of match.
Simple chin lock right there, but very effective. That of CM Punk wrenching back on that neck, or on that chin, just twisting that neck, and it's simple, effective, and it's Michael Shane's style. Look at that smile on his face while he's got him in that. He knows he's in control.
That's right. He's very pleased with himself. Michael Shane gaining a lot of confidence with every passing match, and Punk fights his way out. Reversal, and CM Punk catches him, misses the clothesline, and a big spear by Michael Shane, but it looks like he hurt his own arm on that move.
Well, CM Punk had been working on that arm earlier. Maybe Michael Shane was able to shake it off a little bit, and then you take a bump like that in your arm, and it's going to bring back all that hurt that you might have been able to shake off before.
It's been quite a battle, but it's amazing to know that these guys still have more work to do after this match.
And if that arm's hurting Michael Shane now, how's it going to feel if he makes it 2 or 3 matches from now?
Not too good as Punk shoots him in. And a shoulder block, down he goes, and again you see Michael Shane favoring the arm, and a drop kick by CM Punk.
And that kind of caught him in the arm too. Oh,
falling arm breaker, CM Punk. You mentioned how smart he is. He knows how to go after weakness.
And he's sent on that arm, right on the arm right there.
Punk wrestling a great match here. He's got Michael Shane in big trouble right now. See if he can put him away. Big nice shot there.
And this is just a classic wrestling match so far. You gotta love it. Some of everything in Ring of Honor.
Punk floats over. Shane. Whoa! He may have tried.
That's a bicycle kick. He's been working on that, and that's the bicycle kick. He has pinned men in practice with that. Let's see if it's enough to get CM Punk.
Only a 2 count. Michael Shane with a great move. He showed that injured shoulder to Punk and then flipped around and hit the bicycle kick. Punk did not see that one coming. And Michael Shane taking over on offense now. Just the first match of this gauntlet series, and it's been a doozy.
Let's see, maybe a big impact move here. Shane's going for. Nope, Punk slips out.
And Punk nails him with a kick to the gut. Rolls him over into a cross arm breaker. Are we going to get a submission here? Very nice fluid move again by Punk.
And one thing to note is that if CM Punk has already signed for a match in Hamburg, Pennsylvania against his sometime friend, mostly enemy, Colt Cabana, so if he wins this Gauntlet Series, he's going to have to wrestle twice that night.
That's right, he will, but I'll tell you, Punk and Cabana will be an outstanding match. I've seen them lock up a few times.
And Cabana's coming for a mission too. He's upset that CM Punk got the call and he didn't, so he's out to beat CM Punk and show that, he should have gotten a call for this match and not Punk. And what do we got here?
Split-legged moonsault, and Michael Shane puts up the knees. Yeah, that'll be a good one. Now Michael Shane looking to gain the advantage one more time as Punk is down in the corner.
And both men very tired in this one. We're getting a little long in time here, and they're going to be in bad shape for their next match after this one. I'll tell you that much. Let's see what Michael Shane's going for here.
Whoever's next has to be loving this match. It's going real long.
Oh, look at that. Punk flips over and lands on his feet.
Caught him with a jawbreaker, and now CM Punk looking to put Michael Shane away. Oh, man, he got kicked in the face on the way down.
And I think Michael Shane has to go for the cover here. He could have him.
No. Paul Turner, too.
Yep. Paul Turner right on top of it.
That was really close. I thought that might have been 3.
And I think that we could see the finish coming up soon on this one as both men very, very tired. They can't be going on for much longer. And I think the next match is going to be a short one, whoever comes in next.
Michael Shane.
Uh-oh, picture perfect elbow time, maybe?
This could be it.
He soars and he misses.
Well, look picture perfect till the end. Here goes Punk. There's the Shining Wizard knocking him down. And 2.
I thought that might have been it.
Punk really hit that one good.
I think Punk's feeling it right now.
He's going to put him away. Setting up Michael Shane. Missed it. And now into a go behind. Reverse roll up. 1, 2. Counter.
Hold on, Shane's got the ropes.
Oh, yes, he did.
Shane had the rope.
That's 3.
And he pinned Punk, and what a cheap victory that was for Michael Shane. A victory nonetheless, and he advances, and CM Punk was robbed in his first ever appearance here in the wrestling and Ring of Honor. And look at Shane, look how happy he is with himself. And you hear the crowd, a cheap, cheap win for Michael Shane.
Next up in the Gauntlet Series, Paul London comes down to take on his nemesis, Michael Shane, for the next match.
It's not just next up, this is almost a grudge match right inside of this Gauntlet Series. These two, long history between them. Started at crowning a champion when Michael Shane won the contract. Honor invades Boston. He gets a cheap victory over Paul London. Unscripted, that legendary street fight ladder match. And last time, Glory by Honor, that 3-way. And now, Gauntlet Series, Michael Shane, Paul London, they start hot and heavy, and you can tell these two don't like each other.
Right after the handshake, bam, it was Michael Shane nailing London in the face, and these two brawling, and Michael Shane had a long, tough match against CM Punk, so London's got to have the advantage right now.
London a definite advantage, but you better believe Michael Shane's going to fire himself up and not let his arch enemy, his nemesis, Paul London, gain a pinfall over him here.
And this would really be a big win for Paul London as he nails the enziguri. He was unable to win that showstopper nickname, but if he can knock Michael Shane out of contention for the #1 trophy, that would really be a sweet measure of revenge for Paul London.
That would definitely be a big one. And even if nothing was on the line, even if there was one person watching this match, these two would still go all out just because they don't want to let the other man gain an advantage in this feud. And oh, did you see him take out that guardrail and hit that post and concrete hard? Paul London has to be hurting after that one.
That picture says it all right there. It doesn't matter what they're fighting for. These two just can't stand each other.
And I think that we have a Feud of the Year candidate right here in this Michael Shane Paul London series of matches. And Michael Shane once again taking his time. He loves to do that. Paul Turner ordered him into the ring. You see the no countouts in effect here, but Paul Turner standing his ground, making it clear he wants him in the ring. But Michael Shane, look at that cocky smile. He just doesn't care. And what's this?
Hooking him up on the floor with a suplex. Oh man, he landed with a splat.
Paul London always lands hard. That's why the fans chant, "Please don't die," at him.
And Michael Shane has actually bought himself some time to recover from that long match earlier with CM Punk.
Very good point there, Jeff. He took his time on the floor, delivered a couple of punishing things to Paul London, and in that meantime, he was able to rest up, and he takes him down. Could be a pin.
Only two with the inside cradle. Michael Shane trying to make quick work of Paul London, but that's not going to happen. London, as both these guys, again, there's still a few more matches to go in this Gauntlet series. Hooks up London. Oh man, coming down, dropping him into a backbreaker position, and a 2 count. That's a move Colt Cabana likes to use. When we see Cabana here, that's his big move, the Colt 45. And Michael Shane tries to follow up here. Maybe he's going to go for it again.
I think if he hits this a second time, Paul London's definitely done, but he goes for a nice power bomb. Instead, tries
to pick him up,
and instead turns it over
into a vertical Boston Crab.
And look at the pressure that's got to be on Paul London's neck area. And not just that, but he's kind of twisted in a funny way there. And Paul London getting out of that hold. Shane trying to take him up again, up and over.
Sunset flip. Only two. Paul London had to get out of that move somehow, but Michael Shane right back on top.
And Paul London is just a great athlete. He'll come up with some really unique stuff. And he just has grace. He just has form. And he's shooting right to the top. Came to Philadelphia at the Round Robin Challenge to Ring of Honor as an unknown. Nobody even knew what he looked like, and has since grown and become one of the top stars here in Ring of Honor.
This is a guy who's made his entire reputation in the ring through hard work. And here comes Shane over London now. London misses that time. And a floating DDT by Michael Shane.
And he's going for the cover.
No, only two. I tell you, it's almost hard to give credit to Michael Shane considering his attitude, but he is really an outstanding talent, and he can just keep going and going.
Well, he might be an asshole and all, and I'll say it because he is an asshole, but you got to give him his due, and he is a great competitor in that ring.
I hope you don't get in trouble for calling
look at the
that,
ribs.
Chris.
Hold on. I think Paul London landed funny on his ribs there.
Looks like it. Referee checking on him, see if he can continue. He looks to be in agony.
And Paul Turner checking on him, and let's see. He might have to stop this match. I think he really did land funny on those ribs right there. And look, Michael Shane kind of picking him up, kind of maybe seeing how he is, making fun of him. Paul London catches him, DDT.
Hooks him over. He got him!
Paul London pulls out the victory. You know what? That's exactly what Michael Shane did to Paul London at Honor Invades Boston. He pretended his leg was hurt, and in actuality it wasn't. And then when Paul London went to check on him, he rolled him up for a small package. Paul London just did basically the same thing to him there, and very nice, taking a page out of Michael Shane's book itself. Definitely some revenge right there for Paul London over that frustrating loss in the Boston area. And there you go, Paul London advancing. Let's see who's going to be out next in this Gauntlet series, and look, we got to get the handshake.
Good for Paul London.
Well, Michael Shane likes to shake hands when he wins. It's time for him to shake a hand when he loses, and
no, he's not doing it.
What's he doing?
Come on.
He's got something to say, but he owes Paul London a handshake, and he's not one to break the code of honor. Paul London offering his hand, and Shane just shaking no.
Paul London, I never win with cheap-ass victories like that.
What? He won he beat CM Punk with a cheap victory. He beat Paul London with 2 cheap victories before.
Mr. Pot, meet Mr. Kettle.
Yeah, I kind of agree with those fans right now. This guy scores one cheap victory after another, and there's nothing cheap about that victory. It's a DDT. He was pinned. What a hypocrite.
No way in hell that I'm shaking your hand tonight.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's ridiculous.
Michael Shane is leaving here. Forget it. Let's just see who's out next in this Gauntlet series.
booted in my face a little bit, so it hurts when I speak. But I'm sitting in the back, and there's no way in hell I'm gonna let you leave this ring without shaking hands. You see, because I was part of something special. I was part of something special for 8 years of my life. And it all started right here in Philadelphia. And you people gave me the best years of those 8 years of my life. So not only did I sacrifice, but each and every one of these people sacrificed for. And you see, I wish I was back, but I'll be up at the house show in a couple of hours. Wait, you don't understand, it's really different. I actually get a paycheck now, so it's kind of And you see, every month, Gabe and Rob, they send me a tape, they send me a DVD, and this place kind of reminds me of that special something that I used to be a part of. And you never realize how great something is until it's gone. And I've had a broken heart for a long time, but that's in my past, and this is the future. You see, to me, the ECW arena was the greatest arena of them all. And when I went there, I never felt like I was working for the fans or for the smart marks. I was working for my friends, and my friends appreciated my hard work. Every month, now everyone comes to this special place. And it may be like the Murphy Rec Center, but to me, this now is a place of honor. So when there's a place of honor, you better well damn respect it, because this place so reminds me of ECW. I want to see this place succeed. I want to see a #2 company, because there's nothing better than great competition. And you guys, and all the guys in the back, bust their asses, just like everybody in ECW did, and they did it for these people, and these people respect with their crazy chants, and just by paying the bucks to come here. So maybe in a couple of years, hell, you never know, WWE will be trying to take all the talent of ROH just like they used to do in ECW. But until that happens, you guys in the back, especially all you guys, I just want to come out here and thank you for everything. There's no way I'm going to leave this place of honor until Mr. Music Man, please hit my music.
Series is continuing, but wow, Tommy Dreamer making a surprise appearance here, making Michael Shane shake Paul London's hand. Michael Shane then jumping Paul London. Tommy Dreamer hit him with a DDT. Tommy Dreamer returns to underground wrestling here in Ring of Honor. I just can't believe it. We got the Amazing Red Paul London, but what about what Tommy Dreamer had to say? Not only, I mean, he said ECW was part of something special there for 8 years, and now he watches Ring of Honor every month, and that something special is going on here. He said the Murphy Recreation Center is the place to be now. Just unbelievable, but most importantly, finally had a chance to thank the fans, who he called his friends, and his friends in return finally had a chance to show their appreciation and respect to him. And unbelievable, Tommy Dreamer, you never know who's going to come through the curtain next here in Ring of Honor. We can't believe it, but now we got this great action going on in the ring as the Gauntlet Series continues. The Amazing Red Paul London, and there's a 718.
Just an incredible, unforgettable moment, and now Paul London's got to go back to business.
You know what, Jeff? You have to, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you have to be here live for something like that. You know, that's the only way to see this is live. I mean, tape cannot capture what the atmosphere is like here, as we do have something special here at the Murphy Rec Center. The ECW Arena was special because ECW was there. It's not what the building is, it's who's in it and what they do there, and we're trying to do that right now at the Murphy Recreation Center. Tommy Dreamer himself, it came to this ring unannounced, unadvertised. We didn't even say a surprise was coming or nothing, and he said that this is the place to be now. Thank the fans. Unbelievable moment for everybody involved, and let's get right back to
London just swinging the Amazing Red into the guardrail. London, amazing that he can come back after that DDT on the floor by Red.
Jeff, I'm just speechless over this Tommy Dreamer thing. We got to get to the match, though. I know that.
The fans are still buzzing. It was Paul London who beat Michael Shane in the last match, and now the Gauntlet Series continues as these guys try to battle their way toward the #1 contender trophy, which is going to be very prestigious. Red back in the ring as London moves in, and he gets a 2 count.
I mean, what just a special moment that he was finally able to get, I guess you could call it the send-off he deserves among these fans who watched him all the way back in 94, 95, and all the way up through ECW. Just a very, very special moment.
And you're right, Chris, about the fans being here live. This is a story that they'll be able to tell for a long time.
No one will ever forget this. But all right, we're going right back to the match. Go ahead, Jeff. Just start calling it.
Big vertical suplex. Still holding him up there is Paul London. London with a very satisfying win over Michael Shane, and now he may be seeing his path clear to the #1 contender spot, but still there's a few guys left to go. London gets a 2 count, and Red just barely able to get that left shoulder up. And now, Paul London contemplating his next move. He's going to head up.
You know, one important thing about that Tommy Dreamer interview segment right there was that it gave Paul London a chance to rest.
It did.
And now he and Red, he's basically fresh for this, well, not totally fresh, but pretty fresh for this Red match.
Roundhouse kick by Red. And another one, and big enziguri.
And this is the first time these two have ever locked up. Two of the most exciting flyers going today. And step kick right there. Very nicely done by Red. And we got two of the most exciting guys right now in Ring of Honor locking it up for the first time here in this Gauntlet Series. All to be the first holder of the #1 Contenders Trophy and get that title shot in Hamburg, Pennsylvania.
Red nipping right back up. Red Star press. Oh, that was so close.
And if you notice, we have a ref change. It's now Ref Hansen in there, right on top of the action. 2 count there by Red, and wow, this is just some kind of action.
Great battle of the high flyers, but we've seen some really high impact moves outside the ring in this match, and now we'll see if they can settle it inside the ring. London with the Irish Whip. Moves in on Red, who sends him out to the apron. London fighting his way back in, and he's going to go up another time. But Red caught him. London in trouble now as Red scales the ropes.
And they're both on the top rope. This is going to be dangerous.
This could be very dangerous, Chris. I don't know what Red has in mind here.
And how are they balancing? They're both... Paul London now making his way up to the top. So they're both on top of the top rope right now.
Oh, boy.
And there you hear the crowd. Please don't die. Wow! What a move right there.
Hurricane Rana off the top. And London showing us a lot by kicking out of that move. He fell about 10 feet.
And the crowd appreciating it. You heard those "Please Don't Die" chants of Paul London. That's what they chanted. I mean, it's odd in this day and age when a lot of wrestling fans just go to see wrestlers to beat each other up, and they don't care if they get hurt or not. That's the kind of respect the fans have for the action here in Ring of Honor, and that's what makes the Ring of Honor fans so special, and the atmosphere here is so unique.
They appreciate how much the wrestlers put their bodies on the line. As Red tries to finish off London, but London's still got a lot left. Catches him with the Rydeen bomb, and that took some starch out of Red, and we'll see if London's going to go up yet again. He just loves to fly.
And they could be going for that beautiful shooting star press. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. That was beautiful, Chris, and London wins another one.
You know, a lot of people do the shooting star press, but no one quite does it like Paul London, and he advances. Let's see who's out next. It's either American Dragon or AJ Styles.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring at this time, weighing in at 185 pounds, from Aberdeen, Washington, American Dragon.
The Gauntlet Series continues as Paul London gets set to take on American Dragon.
American Dragon just back from a tour of New Japan where he spent a month working all the top guys. Jushin Liger, Kenemoto, El Samurai, you name it, he worked them. Nagata, Chono, everyone. And he's coming in tip-top shape here. Paul London just got done with 2 tough matches, and we had that appearance by Tommy Dreamer. Just unbelievable how this Gauntlet Series is working out. And Paul London, he's really going to have to adapt his styles.
This is going to be tough. A very fresh American Dragon, like you mentioned. Dragon really wrestling at an outstandingly high level before he went to Japan, but he's going to improve even by leaps and bounds going up against that kind of Japanese competition. And we see Dragon trying to dominate London on the mat, but London doing a good job of avoiding some of these moves, battling his way out here.
And if I was Paul London, this is Dragon's forte, especially after that month in Japan. If for New Japan, the largest company there, he should definitely try to stay out of this. And Paul London, what kind of challenge does he have ahead of him? Let's look at it. Michael Shane, that was kind of a grudge match, a brawl a little bit. And then Red, that high flying style. And now he has to adapt once again to American Dragon in this ground style.
When these guys signed on for this Gauntlet Series, they knew that they might have to wrestle one match, maybe as many as 5, against people of different styles. But obviously this is something that Paul London has been training for a while for, and we'll see if all that training is going to pay off here. It's not going to be easy.
Look at how he's twisting that arm. Ooh.
whoever wins this #1 contenders trophy will really have earned it.
No doubt about that, especially if Paul London. If Paul London can make it through this match with American Dragon, he has a while to rest. He has some time to rest in the locker room because the finals, which will now be against AJ Styles, won't take place till the second half of the show. But American Dragon is probably one of the hardest men to beat. Never, when it's a regular match, never mind the fact that you've already wrestled twice, plus had to adapt your styles.
Countering by Paul London as Dragon tries to get out of this head scissors, AJ Styles has to be watching this match in the back, scouting both these opponents.
Of course he does, and this is the purpose of the #1 contenders trophy. No doubt that the guy who wins this has earned that title shot December 7th in Hamburg. And look at American Dragon just stretching him.
Paul London has really gone through a lot already, and this is a situation where American Dragon can come in and really lay in these mat wrestling holds, and it really goes to American Dragon's advantage. It's an uphill battle for London right now.
And I think American Dragon taking a very good strategy here, just knowing if he can grapple with London, wear him down this way after being already tired, he's going to be ripe for the pickings in about 15-20 minutes or so, even 10 minutes after this. I think what Paul London needs to do is really try to hit American Dragon with a couple of high-impact moves that's going to knock him down for a while, and then maybe use that time to rest.
American Dragon just riding Paul London around the ring, just forcing his weight on top of him. And you're right, Chris, Paul London is not really able to wrestle his style of match right now. This is Dragon style.
Dragon has taken it to Paul London so far, and looks like Dragon has got to fix his boots there, but nope, we got to lace his boots, and this could be a blessing in disguise right now for Paul London. He's got to take this opportunity and just breathe and get his wind back, and it looks like Dragon's ready to go, and
give him a little time to think about what he wants to do and maybe some different strategy here. London tying up with a go-behind here. American Dragon trying to battle his way out.
He's playing into Dragon's strengths once again, and look at Dragon come out of that and get that arm again.
Dragon very methodical, very dangerous with these mat wrestling holds.
And this is a first time ever match too. These two might have both been trained by Rudy Boy Gonzalez, gone to the Shawn Michaels or Texas Wrestling Academy, but
butterfly suplex.
They did not train together, and this is a first time ever matchup between these two, so we might have had a little bit of a feeling out process there earlier too by American Dragon when he was grappling with Paul London.
And out goes London. It's kind of interesting that they're both trained by Rudy Boy, but yet they really have very different styles in the ring.
Yep, and very different classes and times that they're trained.
Ooh, European uppercut there by the American Dragon. And London fighting right back. Right up near the crowd, and that's another good thing about being there live. You can see everything so up close.
Well, Murphy Rec Center, every seat's like a ringside seat. Very small building, about 400 or 500 people, and great atmosphere. Everyone right on top of the ring, a clear view of the ring. It's a place to be, and that's the kind of buildings Ring of Honor likes to run. They like to make sure that everyone has a good seat. And
slap across the face by American Dragon. London in trouble.
He has tied London up in the ropes, and he's just punishing him right now.
London's got to get out of this somehow, or he's going to be pumped for it.
Did you see that? Did you see London's head jolt on that?
Just drilled him with that drop kick. Nowhere to go, and now he's down.
And London cannot take much more of this, that is for sure. He's got to start mounting some offense. American Dragon has just been dominating here. Paul London, you had Red doing all those exciting high-flying moves and fast-paced, and now you got American Dragon, very smart, slowing it down, and Paul London coming back with
trading forearms back and forth. Man, look at that. You hear the fans' reaction, that says it all.
If those pills look stiff to you on TV, wait until you see them live. Just unreal.
Jackknife pin by the Dragon. Whoa, 3 was on the way down. That was really close.
Very impressive. Paul London kicking out there. Most other men would have been beaten by now. Paul London really showing how tough he is. And this is how bad these men want that title shot. You're the top dog when you have that title. You're making the most money. You're calling the shots. And these men know that in order to get that title, you got to get a title shot first. In order to do that, you got to win this Gauntlet Series.
Moonsault, and Dragon caught him with a drop kick on the way down. And again, things are going American Dragon's way. London staying in this match on sheer heart right now.
And London has a lot of heart. That's why the fans chant, "Please don't die," at him.
And London able to kick out. American Dragon trying to put London away.
And I gotta say, if American Dragon, I think that he's got a big advantage here. If he wins this match, he looks pretty unstoppable so far in this match. And you gotta figure AJ's gonna be in some trouble then, and then Xavier's gonna be in some trouble, or Jay Briscoe, depending on who wins that match later tonight.
Dragon again. Here come the chops.
Look at Paul London firing back. Give him a lot of credit right there. Taking it and giving it back. Nice forearms.
Just turning into a fight here. Rocked him in the ear that time. Here comes London.
Oh, catches him in a DDT.
Amazing how London is staying in this match. And both guys are down.
He's got Dragon reeling. He's got to take advantage of it now, but Paul London is just too tired to do anything.
Getting up at the same time.
And you hear that crowd, they're into it. That's the kind of clapping we like to hear at the Ring of Honor shows. It means they're not just into a move or a table break. Oh, beautiful drop kick or a table break or anything like that. They're clapping in appreciation of the whole match and what's going to happen next. Anticipation of that.
Great height on that drop kick, and now a back body drop. London with the standing moonsault, and the Dragon kicks out. London frustrated because he thought that was the flurry that would win the match for him.
But Paul London, he is coming back, and that's something to be noted here after having two tough matches before this one. And two different styles. His third match, third different style, and he's hanging tough with the monster like American Dragon.
Oh, big left-handed clothesline by American Dragon.
And that'll cut things off in a hurry.
And a 2 count, but American Dragon realizing how much fight London has, he's got to do something to try to put him away.
And American Dragon has yet to really unleash any of his big moves yet. And we could see one here.
Setting London up on top. He could be going to finish this one right now.
And if he hits this one very well could be finished. And he's got him in position. I think he's going to, no, London trying to hang on, but flips out of it.
And now London has the advantage, and Dragon's in big trouble. Russian leg sweep off the ropes.
He's got to cover him and hook that leg. He's got to, no, maybe he's going for that shooting star. Maybe he's putting him in position for that.
I don't know if he has another shooting star left in him, Chris. I'd be amazed if he does.
Well, this could be his only chance to win it, is hit that shooting star right now, and he is going up to the top. Dragon is down, but Paul London, he's tired. It's taking him some time, and Dragon is to his feet. It's not going to happen.
Oh, Dragon cut him off. It's just Dragon coming up now, as London has just been 3 tough matches at this point.
They're both on the top.
Snaps him over with a superplex. And of course, that'll wipe both men out.
That is just all impact American Dragon. He realizes that his gas tank might be a little more full than Paul London's, looking to maybe do a little damage to himself, but even more damage to Paul London. And here's the cover.
No, London still kicks out. We've seen Paul London.
Hold on. What's he going for here? I'm sorry to cut you off there,
That's
Jeff.
okay.
Go ahead.
Full Nelson. London drops down. Victory roll. No, only 2.
I thought he could have scored the quick pin right there.
And Dragon comes back with a clothesline. We've seen London with just some great performances every time we see him. Full Nelson. Ooh, Dragon suplex on his head.
And he's pinned guys with that. Uh-oh. I think he is. He set him up. Cattle mutilation time.
Right. Oh, that's going to be it. He's tapping out.
Paul London, no choice but to tap. Nothing to be ashamed of. He defeated Michael Shane. He defeated Red. Lost to American Dragon. 3 matches, 3 different styles. American Dragon, AJ Styles. Second half of the show. #1 Contenders Trophy on the line.
In the second half of this evening's event, when American Dragon will face AJ Styles.
of Honor Tag Team title on the line as the Prophecy defending the belt in a 6-man tag team match.
In a 6-man? What kind of booking is this?
The Prophecy, they are the champions, and that's the name of them, the Prophecy. So they have decided to go with a 6-man format, if possible.
Chris Daniels throwing it back, and oh look,
Try to get the drop on him, but no. We've got Christopher Daniels, Samoa Joe, and Donovan Morgan representing the Prophecy against Loki, Doug Williams, and Homicide.
and Loki, Doug Williams, and Homicide, the Ring of Honor Dream Team. The Prophecy might have faked them out, but they said, okay, if you want to jump somebody, we'll jump you. And they're taking it right to Christopher Daniels in the Prophecy right now.
Oh, he ducked out of the way of that kick.
And they are out. And of course, you're wondering, why is this a 6-man with the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles on the line? Well, basically, Ring of Honor presented the Tag Team Champions with a trophy at Unscripted to symbolize the championship. Chris Daniels said, ha ha ha, I found a loophole in it, I'm going to throw it in your face, Ring of Honor. And since the Prophecy are the Tag Team Champions, since you gave us a trophy which says, hey, the whole group of the Prophecy are the champions, we are going to defend the belts however we see fit. And Samoa Joe, he's now an official member of the Prophecy, so therefore we're doing the 6-man. If we want to do it down the line where it's Daniels and Samoa Joe, that's fine. Donovan Morgan, Samoa Joe, that's fine. Another 6-man, that's fine. We'll do whatever we want. Although it was Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan who won those tag team titles at Unscripted, and a great tournament that was.
They're sort of invoking the old Freebirds rule where anybody on the team can defend the belt.
That's right, big 80s influence here. And what you have right now is Samoa Joe tagging in with Loki, and we saw it happen through the knees to a Glory by Honor, and we're going to see a rematch right here. And I cannot,
Now we're going to get Christopher Daniels back in. Everybody was getting ready for a rematch of that fight without honor that we saw.
And Daniels just ruining it for everybody once again. And Joe seems a little upset. He seems like he wanted to go with Loki. And there's a little dissension there between the Prophecy with Joe shaking Loki's hand last time too. But Joe has stated, hey, I don't really believe what you do, Chris Daniels. I'm not in this whole bring down Code of Honor and reshape Ring of Honor and Prophecy's own image. I'm not into all that. But if you pay me to get a job done, I'm going to do that.
Single leg takedown by Donovan Morgan on Loki, and they were trying to sort of stall Loki's momentum by continually tagging each other, trying to take him out of the game psychologically, but you won't do that with somebody like Loki. Going for a cross arm breaker, and Morgan trying to break it.
We have an interesting situation here. This is kind of like we call the show All Star Extravaganza, and this is an all-star match if there ever was one. And you look at just the Prophecy side, you have Chris Daniels, who wrestles as Curryman and Michinoku Pro. You have Donovan Morgan from Pro Wrestling Noah, and then you have Samoa Joe from 0-1. You'll never see a team like that in Japan, but you'll see it in Ring of Honor. On the other side, you got Loki from 0-1, Homicide from Big Japan, and Doug Williams, who, I don't know why he doesn't have a Japan job, he should, but hey, we get to see him in Ring of Honor more, so all right.
Yeah, Williams wrestling in his homeland of England often, so a ton of international flavor for all 6 of these guys.
Yep, and this is the first time I believe Loki and Donovan Morgan have hooked up too.
Loki reining in those shots, and Morgan gets out of it.
And of course, there's that history between Loki and Daniels, that feud with the Prophecy. Doug Williams, of course, couldn't shake hands even if he wanted to after losing that match in a cheap way to Chris Daniels. Daniels had his foot on his rope for leverage, but now Doug Williams cannot shake hands anymore. So Chris Daniels right now, a big test for the Prophecy. If they can win this match, they keep that power because they keep the titles.
Shoulder block, down goes Loki. Oh, and coming back with a big kick. Here comes Loki again. Counter through the hip toss. Morgan ducked the kick and nailed with a forearm. Loki put it on the brakes again, looking for a crucifix. Is he gonna get it?
I think he's going for that UFC-style submission there.
Oh, that's right.
And yeah, he could have dislocated Donovan Morgan's shoulder.
And Morgan had to get out of that one. That was a very dangerous hold, you're right.
Nice back and forth between Loki and Donovan Morgan right there. Donovan Morgan and Chris Daniels is gelling perfectly as a tag team. And we got Samoa Joe again, and here comes Doug Williams. And I believe this could be the first time Doug Williams and Samoa Joe have ever hooked it up too.
You may be right, and the interesting thing is, if Loki's team wins, which 2 of those 3 will be the tag team champions?
Maybe all 3 of them are then. This is the way the Prophecy's messing with Ring of Honor. And but right now, look at this epic battle we have in the ring. We got 2 of the biggest, hardest hitting guys in Ring of Honor right there. Samoa Joe and Doug Williams locking up for the first time in a test of strength.
They match up so well size-wise, and it's a really interesting battle of their styles. They're both very similar, even though they're from different areas.
Very hard hitting, both of them too.
Rolling through, Samoa Joe hanging on, and now there's a standing switch. Countering into a top wrist lock is Samoa Joe.
Neither man got the advantage so far. And of course, there's Doug Williams. He knows it's not 1,001 holds. He knows 1,000,001 holds and counter holds.
That's right. He seems to know about 2,000 counters. He's always able to score them out and flip out of other people's moves.
And that's why they call Doug Williams a torture device.
Looking for this ankle lock, and Williams able to roll through.
And I think he's got Samoa Joe's leg. Samoa Joe with those kicks trying to get out of it.
Trading leg locks. And both men suffering some damage.
Both men staggered. And really, we're saying this is an epic battle between these two. This is a monumental battle between these two teams.
Especially with the tag team title hanging in the balance.
And we've never had a six-man like this in Ring of Honor before.
Looks like we're getting a tag to the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels.
And Doug Williams fighting his way out of the corner.
Williams very smart. He could use a tag, and he's going to get one.
Yep, I don't think he realized Daniels tagged in, and we got Homicide in. This is perhaps the biggest profile match that Homicide's had in Ring of Honor. Let's see if he steps it up with his chance to shine here. Of course, Homicide and Loki, they go way back. It was Homicide that trained Loki, and they've run together, and when it came time for Loki to put together a Ring of Honor Dream Team, he wanted Homicide on, and he wanted Doug Williams, and that's what we got here, right now.
Shoulder block, Daniels goes down, and now Homicide getting ahead of steam, and Daniels counters with an arm drag. Homicide comes right back. You know, it's kind of ironic that Homicide's starting to break out as a single star, and yet now he has a chance to win the tag title.
Yeah, good point, Jeff.
Well, thanks, Chris. Homicide nailing Daniels with a DDT.
And these two are just so lightning quick against each other.
Daniels now with a reversal. Tilt-a-whirl, but countered into an arm drag. Homicide. Really impressive as always. And there's the exploder suplex.
And Daniels is reeling, and look at that. Homicide taking care of the other two members of the Prophecy team. Oh, low blow on Daniels. Oh.
And the big Yakuza kick by Homicide.
And Daniels is reeling, and he's looking for a tag on instinct right there.
And now we're going to get a tag to Loki.
That big double chop. Loki's looking to punish Daniels. This one started on the very first Ring of Honor show, and it continues hot and heavy up until now. Definite feud of the year candidate.
Power drive elbow and a 2 count for Loki. And now, trying to hook him up. Looks like he's got him in a triangle hold here.
Yep. And of course, it's Loki who won that 1 hour Iron Man match at crowning a champion to become the first ever Ring of Honor champion, even though Daniels had pinned him and Daniels went 1-0. Daniels always feeling ripped off since then, and that's one of the ways that he feels Ring of Honor screwed him. So there's a lot of bad blood there as Homicide comes in.
Homicide looking to help his team to the tag team title as he has controlled his opponent right here. And now taking him down with a crossface. Daniels in big trouble right now. Double arm submission here.
And you gotta wonder, when you got 6 guys of this caliber in here, how long is this one gonna go?
It could go for quite some time, especially if both teams can make quick tags.
Yep.
And now we see Doug Williams, so much agility for a guy of his size. And Christopher Daniels is in big trouble right now.
Doug Williams is a guy who's really become more muscular and slimmed down since he started here in Ring of Honor at Road to the Title. And here, boom, big forearms right there.
It's European uppercuts. They love those over there.
And look at Loki. Look at him stretching Chris Daniels back like that. And hey, a little of Prophecy's own tactics there being used by the Dream Team for Ring of Honor. And you gotta like that. It's Doug Williams, of course. He wants to get some revenge on Chris Daniels as well.
Really has to rankle Williams that he can't shake hands after his matches anymore, thanks to Daniels and his cheating tactics. Suplex, and Williams springs up.
Nice knee.
Coming off with the pump splash into the knee. And Williams gets to Samoa Joe in there to make the save, just in case. And it's amazing that this team with Loki, Williams, and Homicide kind of thrown together, but they're really controlling this match and working together as a cohesive team.
Well, you expect Homicide and Loki to work together as a team. I mean, they're training partners. They go way back.
Whoa, what a clothesline by Homicide. Daniels has got to tag out right now.
Daniels desperately needs a tag, that's for sure. And here comes Loki again, and Loki's going to look to put a hurting on him.
Double running kicks, and Daniels has seen better days. Can they put him away while they have him in trouble? They didn't want to let Samoa Joe or Donovan Morgan in there.
Did you know that on Loki's last tour of Japan, the Japanese media have dubbed him the new Dynamite Kid?
Jeez, the new Dynamite Kid?
They didn't even, oh, look at that, vertical suplex with a bridge. They didn't even give Chris Benoit that accolade when he's worked over in Japan. And they gave Loki that on just, I forget whether it was his second or third tour.
That says a lot right there. Of course, a lot of people have compared Benoit to Dynamite Kid, but you can't get much of a higher compliment.
You can't get any higher of a compliment than that. And Loki, he does put on that legendary series of matches in Ring of Honor. And,
gory special here.
And look, he catches Donovan Morgan trying to come in.
And Samoa Joe saying, what can I do? There, he successfully breaks it up.
Yeah, but how impressive was that? Doug Williams, he had a half Boston Crab in there.
Great presence of mind there by Doug Williams, but Samoa Joe able to break things up.
And finally, Daniels is out.
Samoa Joe tags in, and Daniels is going to get himself a breather, and now we see the viciousness of Samoa Joe.
And the prophecy pays Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe gets the job done. He said he was going to win this match for his team, but is he going to shake hands afterwards? That's the big question. He says he's not going to compromise his integrity and tarnish his reputation by breaking the code of honor, but the prophecy has to be happy having somebody like Samoa Joe on your side.
That's right. Even if they're not philosophically on the same page, Christopher Daniels might have to look the other way and just let Samoa Joe be kind of a loose cannon on the team.
Well, let's put it this way. Would you want to fight Samoa Joe?
No, I don't think so. Just be like Barry Bonds. Just let him have whatever he wants.
And we got Donovan Morgan back in there working on Doug Williams.
Morgan ramming Williams into the corner here as Donovan Morgan, who won the belt actually won the title with Daniels back in Unscripted. And now Williams takes him out of the corner and hangs on, hooks the legs, and 2.
And you know what? As much as maybe the prophecy tries to screw with Ring of Honor, you gotta admit this is just such an ultra-talented group of individuals. Donovan Morgan just so impressive, tagging into Chris Daniels, who is also equally impressive. And these two are almost like a perfect tag team together. They just complement each other so well.
And you see, working together as a team right there with a double hip toss and driving the elbow and a leg drop by Daniels.
Perfect timing on that. These guys are so on the same page. They're going to be really tough to beat.
And Williams now in trouble as Daniels cinches in an abdominal stretch.
And Mike Keener right there checking on Doug Williams. Of course, we got the best ref crew going right now. Mike Keener, the veteran official. And then we got the best young referees in the business like Paul Turner, Gary Moore, Ref Hansen. Very proud of the refereeing crew here in Ring of Honor.
Simply Luscious on the outside, cheering on her team, trying to discourage Williams. And it's Daniels going for the pin, and a 2 count. And now Williams is in trouble. He could use a tag.
Williams, without a doubt, needs a tag, and instead he's getting thrown out of the ring onto the prophecy side. And look at Daniels bait the Dream Ring of Honor team in there. So Samoa Joe and Donovan Morgan take some cheap shots on the floor. That is how the prophecy works. They're experts at these cheap shots, and a big clothesline there by Donovan Morgan on the floor, and Simply Luscious loves it.
And this may be their strategy. Of course, things have been pretty even in the ring, maybe trying to spill the match outside the ring to put the advantage in the Prophecy's corner.
Well, I think the strategy of the Prophecy is just to take as many cheap shots as you can, whenever you can, and that's what they're doing right here. And it's also a psychological effect on the two guys on the outside, Loki and Homicide. They could easily blow their tops and lead to doing something stupid, which could lead to a victory by the Prophecy. So great at those mind games.
Gut wrench suplex by Daniels, and he gets a 2 count, and here comes Donovan Morgan. Now we're seeing the Prophecy making those quick tags. Morgan with the seated drop kick, and boy, Williams is really getting nailed in there.
And look at this stretch.
Interesting looking submission hold here. He's got the foot behind the head, putting a lot of pressure on the neck.
He normally hooks that in with the other foot too. Didn't quite hook it all the way. Still effective nonetheless, but it's not going to make Doug Williams tap. And he's trying to fight out of it. He's kind of stuck, and he is in a lot of pain. But let's see if he can get out of this. And I could be wrong. Maybe he will tap, but nope.
Here we go.
Pinning combination.
And now he's got Morgan's legs hooked.
Look at Doug Williams reversed out of that. The man of 1,000,001 holds and counter holds.
Turning into a rocking horse. And Samoa Joe is able to break that up. That's a great counter. Doug Williams is just so fun to watch. And now Samoa Joe checks in. Hooks up Williams, who's been taking some punishment here. Letting him think about it a little bit. Nice vertical suplex.
And that blood is rushing right down to Williams' head. Big impact right there.
Only 2.
And Loki making the save.
Samoa Joe And Loki, still a lot of bad blood there.
Well, not necessarily bad blood, respect, but there's one thing that both Samoa Joe and Loki like and appreciate. It's a good fight, and they give each other a good fight, as we saw Glory by Honor, probably the best fight I've ever seen in a professional wrestling ring. And look at that.
Didn't get much better.
Doug Williams there, he had the small package. Keener's back was turned with Samoa Joe. Donovan Morgan reversed it. Loki now reversing again. Keener.
He had to counter. The shoulders were down.
And it's just a 2.
And headbutt by Daniels. Setting him up for a choke slam. Oh, here we go. He's going for the moonsault, he said. Huge double jump moonsault. They try to cut him off. And 2. You see how the Prophecy both ran across to stave off the save.
That's teamwork right there, and that's why they're going to be very, very difficult to beat. Doug Williams having to kick out of that. Now, hold on.
Battling back. Boy, Williams has to tag.
And Williams got them both down. If he is ever not, he's right in the corner almost. If there's ever a time for him to make a tag, it's now. And if he doesn't make it here, he might not have another chance, and it could be over. And let's see, he's just got to reach up. Come on, Doug. Let's see if he can do it.
There we go.
Homicide in now.
Homicide nailing everybody in sight with the clotheslines as the Prophecies Ring of Honor Tag Team title could be getting into jeopardy.
And Homicide, a house of fire. He's cleaning house on all 3 Prophecy members.
Ace Crusher off the ropes by Homicide.
He's got to go for the cover.
Only 2. Donovan Morgan makes the save.
And there's that communication and timing between Daniels and Morgan. It's always there for those two as Loki and chopping away, exchanging. There's forearms by Donovan Morgan. Doug Williams back in, tosses Morgan out. And where's Doug Williams going?
Oh, look at this.
I've never seen him do this.
Uh-oh. Ooh, huge plancha by Williams.
Huge, gigantic plancha.
Williams taking a big risk there, especially after the punishment he's taking. Here comes Daniels.
Arabian press to the floor.
Fans appreciate that, even though he's on the Prophecy side.
And let's see, 2 Prophecy members out there, but there's Homicide.
Uh-oh.
You know what's coming up. Oh, they caught him.
They did catch him.
They caught him on that. And then, hold on, Loki springboard.
Into everybody.
And that's the first time Loki's ever done a Ring of Honor, believe it or not. And what? Samoa, no.
Samoa Joe's like, I gotta get me some of that.
No, he's way too big for this. And he's thinking about it.
They're chanting for Joe. Here it comes.
And the fans love it. Samoa Joe catapulting over the top rope. That is a big man to do that, but he looked pretty damn good doing it.
Outstanding. He didn't try to get too much height. He got a lot of momentum and twisted over the top.
And just took everybody out.
That was great.
And we got Joe and, now unloading with those kicks on Doug Williams.
Dragon suplex. Holds him and gets 2.
And it's picking up here.
Oh, he could be called for the Island Driver. No, Williams able to get out of it.
That would have been it if he hit it.
Setting up for a possible submission here.
Nope, there's Donovan Morgan. Future legend Donovan Morgan. Right in there on the torture device, Doug Williams.
Morgan setting something up here.
I thought he might have been going for that sayonara, that sit-down pedigree, that pins everybody.
Instead, snaps him over with a back suplex. Oh, and Morgan gets 2.
And there's a notorious 187 Homicide with the save, and he's got Morgan.
Morgan blocking the clothesline. And there's the Golden Gate spin.
Is that what that's called?
Only 2. Oh, I was close.
Yep, and Loki there with the save.
Battling on the outside. Daniels and Loki. And it's a dragon screw by Homicide.
Uh-oh, he could be going for that STF.
He's going for it.
He's turning around. Somebody's got to save Morgan or it's over. We could have a title change right here. We could have a title change. It's coming. Uh-oh. Nope.
Daniels makes the save off the top.
And now we got the fallen angel with those forearms right on Homicide.
Irish whip is reversed by Homicide and a big clothesline. We'll see if Homicide can put Daniels away. Off the top, Hurricanrana.
But Daniels holds on. almost gets a 3. Loki making the save, and we got Loki and Daniels.
Wow. Daniels rolling through. That was great.
And this is a classic feud for Ring of Honor. It's coming down to Loki and Daniels right now. Loki unloading on Christopher Daniels. The hatred, everything they've done to each other.
Key Crusher? 99?
Last rites.
Countering each other's finishers here. Reverse roll up. Only 2. You saw Loki ducked his head trying to get a little more leverage, but Daniels still kicked out.
Boy, does Loki ever unload with those chops or what?
Going after the tag team title. Here he comes. And there's, title crush. No, Daniels got out.
These two are just going at it. You can tell they hate each other.
Look out.
And what's he set him up for here? And,
Slams it with a prawn hold off the top.
very dangerous. Very, very dangerous right there. And Loki is folded over. Daniels could get him right here with the cover. Here it is.
No, Loki kicked out. Oh, man. Daniels with an incredible move.
And listen to this crowd. They are into it. They want to see the Dream Team of Ring of Honor win the tag team titles from the Prophecy right here. And they are just plain enjoying this action.
We were a little thrown off by the fact that the tag team title on the line in a 6-man match, but it's really been outstanding. Here comes the Angel Wings, if he can hit it.
He's got him hooked. Loki's fighting. He's got him hooked, though. Oh, Loki out.
Countering here.
A cop killer. Cop killer.
No. Samoa Joe getting out of it. And it ends Aguirre on Homicide. Gets him up. Goes for the Island Driver, but Williams makes the save.
Williams going for the Chaos Theory, maybe.
And Morgan stops it.
Morgan perhaps going for that Sayonara. Nope, there's Loki. Loki, Dragon Clutch.
There it is. Submission.
Donovan Morgan, he's going down. He's slowly. Palm strike by Daniels. And now picks Loki up.
Off of his partner.
Hooks him into Donovan Morgan. This is the teamwork we've been talking about with the Prophecy.
Double neck breaker. No.
Doug Williams with a save out of nowhere. I thought that was it. Loki landing on the back of his neck right there.
Good teamwork by the Prophecy. Irish whips reversed.
Shoots him out from the DDT.
And here could be the Chaos Theory.
Chaos Theory. Chaos Theory. Title change right now.
No, Morgan makes the save. And there again is the Golden Gate spin.
Prophecy's going to retain the titles.
No, Homicide's in there. Brainbuster by Homicide. It's just one big move after another here. And Samoa Joe makes the save.
That's a good thing for the Prophecy. Samoa Joe is there. Look at him. Look at those kicks. Oh, wow. It's just unloading on Homicide.
Swing and a miss. Here comes Homicide.
Whoa.
Clothesline, and Samoa Joe did not go down.
Yeah, but his legs are getting rubbery. It's going to take a couple of those to get the big man down. And now he's back up. He's just, those strikes hurt. We've seen this before. Samoa Joe's just absorbing that pain and coming back. And now it had him really, now he comes off.
Blocked it nicely. Kicked him.
Cop killer.
Here comes.
Cop killer. He's trying to hook him for the cop killer. And Samoa Joe, this is going to snap his neck.
No, he was able to get out of it.
Did you see those strikes?
Yes. Samoa with a powerbomb.
Kick out.
No. STF.
Look at him grind that into the face, that forearm into the face, and he's turning over into a choke.
Is he going to get it with this one? Homicide.
Someone's going to come in there and help Homicide. Everyone's on the floor, though. Somebody's going to help Homicide here.
He's in trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble.
Getting choked out. That's it.
And Samoa Joe winning it for the Prophecy. That is it.
Homicide was knocked out.
So Homicide choked out right there. And wow, what a match. What a title match this was.
Oh, man. Prophecy retains the tag team title.
And what about Samoa Joe? He said he was going to win it for the Prophecy, and he did just that. That's what Chris Daniels pays him the big bucks for. And now the question is Samoa Joe going to shake hands here or not?
We'll have to see. An outstanding match. Samoa Joe did what he was supposed to do, and he made Daniels and the rest of the Prophecy very happy.
And look at Daniels. He's kissing Samoa Joe's ass. Let's see. Homicide, what an effort by Homicide in this match.
Just all 6 guys really putting in an outstanding effort. It was like a fireworks display at the end there.
This one easily could have gone either way, without a doubt. And now let's see Samoa Joe turn around, facing his opponents. And Daniels and Morgan are leaving. I think they think Joe's behind them.
Of course, they're not going to stick around and shake hands.
Prophecy, though, they retain the title. That means that they retain the power here. And look at Samoa Joe extending a hand, shaking Loki's hand.
Look at this, Chris.
I told him. What the fuck is going on here? Look, Chris, I don't know.
And now he's checking on Homicide. Samoa Joe, true to his word, said he wasn't going to tarnish his reputation by breaking the code of honor, and he was going to win the match with a Prophecy, and Daniels is pissed. I don't think Samoa Joe's going to take that.
No. I wouldn't want to get Samoa Joe against me.
Well, they wrestled as a team, but they're not leaving as one. Let's see what the future holds for the Prophecy and Samoa Joe.
taking on Allison Danger.
You're not playing this up right. We got Alexis Lurie against Allison Danger. They're going to be touching each other. They're going to be hitting each other. They're going to be spanking each other. This is going to be good.
Here we go, and quickly we see Allison hiding behind the referee.
And Alexis Lurie, she is an athlete, that is for sure. She definitely kicks a lot of ass. And look at Allison Danger with the cheap shot right there by the hair.
Gets a one count. Allison always attacking Alexis from behind.
And I tell you what, I'm going to leave that one alone. But anyways, Alexis Lurie right there going after Allison Danger. There's no doubt Alexis Lurie is a better wrestler. There's no doubt that she's going to punish Allison Danger right here. This one going way back to crowning a champion when Alexis Lurie made her debut, only to be embarrassed by Allison Danger in the Christopher Street connection. Then, glory by honor, Allison Danger in that six-person tag, getting the pin on Alexis after running from her the entire match. Alexis is going to even the odds up here, and you see Mace comforting Allison Danger as Alexis Lurie with the baseball slide.
And Mace is like, where'd she go? Because you got dropkick from behind. Mace didn't even see it. And now Mace is coming to the rescue. And down he goes.
And Alexis Lurie, those are some vicious, vicious forearms from her. I mean, she is definitely a fighter, no doubt about that. She's here in Ring of Honor to compete. And let's see what she...
Off the top with a plancha, she takes out Mace.
Nice dive there.
Oh, and again, another shot from behind by Allison.
That's right, another shot from behind.
Sends her into the apron, and now we've got
worried about looking at the crowd right now. She should be worried on staying on Alexis Lurie, because once Alexis Lurie gets her win back, and that could be now, Allison's in a lot of trouble, and Allison right there keeps her down.
She's going to have to try to outfight Alexis. She really isn't probably going to be able to out-wrestle her. Sends her in, reversal now. Alexis, oh, she ducked her head. Oh, and into a backbreaker. Okay.
Nice. Maybe we underestimated Allison Danger here.
Sorry, Allison. Give her some props here, I guess.
Allison, of course, this all started because Allison Danger professed her attraction to Alexis Lurie. And Alexis Lurie, she's not going to be treated like that, as she's here to prove that she's an athlete. And what's Allison signaling for right now? What? She's just pointing at her lips, and what's...
You want it? Oh, look at this.
Yeah, I want it. I gotta like that one right there. And Alexis Lurie is not going to. And once she realizes what just happened, she is gonna come on and kick Allison's ass all over the place. And what's this? Oh, hello. Yeah. Oh, right in her face. And Alexis Lurie.
And she's very happy with herself now.
Allison's just enjoying herself in there. She's having fun. This is like her fantasies lived out. And that's not her fantasies right there.
And here comes Alexis getting some revenge.
And Gary Moore right on top of the situation, your referee right there.
I'm sure he's enjoying this too.
I'm sure everybody's enjoying this right now, even the girls.
Ramming Allison into the turnbuckle. Things aren't going her way now as Alexis could not believe what Allison was pulling on her there.
I just want to know, Jeff Gorman, when did I ever turn into Jerry Lawler?
I guess it's hard to avoid in a match like this, especially with Allison Danger in there. She misses coming in, and Alexis with a boot.
Uh-oh, this is it.
Inverted DDT. And she got her.
And without a doubt, Alexis Lurie proves that she kicks ass. She's here for business in Ring of Honor. And she just took care of Allison Danger. Looks like that this feud is over. Alexis Lurie proving that she's the better in the ring. And let's see, we're going to get a handshake here. I go for another kiss instead of a handshake.
Yeah.
That's okay by me. And what's Mace doing behind her?
You established that friendliness, you know.
Oh, Mace!
Mace! Oh, what was that? I cannot believe that he did that.
And just when you think the feud is over, Alexis Lurie getting some revenge on Allison Danger, and then Mace comes in from behind. And what is with this?
That was horrible.
Well, you know he's not enjoying touching her, that's for sure.
No, he's not.
And I don't think Alexis is going to enjoy what's going to happen right now.
What's going to happen right now? I don't know if I want to know. Takes her over with a suplex.
Unreal, and folks, we're the last of this one. Right here, Logan DeVito, the Carnage Crew against the Ring Crew. They've been jumping the Ring Crew ever since they formed here in Ring of Honor. Ring Crew jumped them last show, got some revenge. Oh!
Crew versus Crew, and so far it's Carnage on top. This is the kind of match they love. Bunkhouse match, right up their alley.
No code of honor, bunkhouse match, and this is what the Carnage Crew are all about. And they're preparing for December 7th in Hamburg, Pennsylvania, when their feud with Homicide ends in a bunkhouse match, as it's the Carnage Crew, Logan DeVito against Homicide and Abdul the Butcher. Anything goes, and there's more members of the Ring Crew, and they're getting their asses handed to them with those chair shots.
Well, I admire the Ring Crew sticking together to defend each other, but the Carnage Crew is just too much for all of them, it seems.
And are they going to be too much for Homicide and Abdul the Butcher? Abdul the Butcher in Ring of Honor, the blood is going to flow in Hamburg, that is for sure. And you're just seeing, you are just seeing some of the brutality right here by the Carnage Crew that they are capable of, as they are whipping that member of the Ring Crew who's got to get in better shape. And
double spine buster. And this looks incredibly painful.
And who's that? It's Marcos on the top and Dunn on the other side.
Rock on, guys.
And down goes Dunn and Marcos, the Ring Crew Express. And hey, they claim to be the top tag team in the Ring of Honor, but well, they didn't look too good right there. As there you see Loke with those big knees into another member of the Ring Crew. And what do the Carnage Crew have up next in this bunkhouse match? They already brutalized them with hubcaps and chairs. This is just kind of a warm-up for them as they get ready. December 7th, Hamburg, Pennsylvania. Be there live, watch it on video and DVD. Homicide Abdul the Butcher, the final chapter against the Carnage Crew. Bunkhouse match, anything goes. And there's DeVito with a big splash in the corner.
They are completely destroying the Ring Crew here.
This is an annihilation for sure, and DeVito's got him hooked.
for the Ferris wheel off the top.
I want to know who's going to take down the ring after the show, because these guys are going to be in no condition to do that, and they got done now.
We'll have to hire some temps.
And
Double back suplex.
Dunn is done.
And Marcos is also done.
And Loke and DeVito, they're all business here. They are preparing final chapter. The Homicide feud started on the first show. Honor begins when Loke DQ'd him as a referee. Homicide forked him, and what do we got here?
Could be setting up.
And of course, it was the Carnage Crew took out Homicide's partner Boogaloo, causing Homicide to need to team with Abdullah the Butcher.
No!
Spike Pal Driver.
That'll put anybody out.
That is going to be it. Marcos is down after that Spike Pal Driver from the second rope, and Carnage Crew, very impressive, winning this bunkhouse match.
That wasn't just a win, that was a show of force in there.
You all know. These people tuned into the Philadelphia wrestling scene over the years. You sure do know him. Going back to Joel Goodhart's wrestling organization. He was the champion there. And then with ECW, when it was Eastern Wrestling, remember that, ladies and gentlemen? He was a TV title holder there. TV has for that title. He was also the first guy to fly from the rafters at the ECW arena. He was the originator of the FBI. And ladies and gentlemen, he has been back here in Philadelphia since 1997. Please welcome to the Ring of Honor, Jay.
on the line as Xavier about to make his first title defense against Jay Briscoe.
And Jay Briscoe scoring that upset in the non-title match at Glory by Honor. The Prophecy thought they had it all figured out. They thought they were pulling a big joke on Ring of Honor. Glory by Honor, the first annual one, the biggest event in Ring of Honor history. No titles defended. They figured, hey, Xavier would have it. No, he's not going to shake hands. And they figured Xavier, we'll have a tune-up match. They were looking for the biggest loser in the locker room. Mark Briscoe said, hey, my brother, he's the biggest loser. Jay, he lost more than he won at that point, but he learned lessons from each of those losses, and he took those to defeat Xavier with a Jay drill at Glory by Honor, and now he's earned his title shot. And really, when you look at it, Jay Briscoe could be one Jay driller away from winning that Ring of Honor title, because no one gets up from the Jay driller.
Definitely, Chris, and even though Xavier is the champion, Briscoe's got a little bit of a psychological advantage because he's proven that he can beat Xavier.
And there you see very tight lockup. Neither man giving an inch on that one. Mike Keener, your official. What better official could you have to referee a ROH title match than Mike Keener, the veteran of the staff, one of the best in the business going today, and you know you're going to get a good winner and loser when he's there, a clear one. And Xavier there taunting the crowd. Xavier, what a fake phony guy this was, playing, nice, mild baby face, mid-card baby face over the first 5 or 6 Ring of Honor shows, picking his spot, then challenging low-key, backing him into that title match, and then the plan with the Prophecy and Chris Daniels came to fruition at Unscripted when Daniels came out and Xavier in shocking fashion won that title from Loki after slamming that concrete slab into his ribs with a chair, and now Xavier is your champion. A lot of people don't feel he deserves a belt, but I mean, this guy, he's got the conditioning, he's got the physical ability, he's got the smarts, he's got everything it takes to be one, but he did lose that first match against Jay Briscoe.
Most people aren't really happy with how Xavier won the title, but now that he's got it, he's going to be very tough to beat.
Especially when he has the Prophecy behind him. And of course the Prophecy, they say, hey, we have the titles, we call the shots, we have the power, and they're going to make sure that title belt stays around Xavier's waist.
Jay Briscoe working on the arm right now, cranking up that pressure to keep Xavier from landing any shots on him. And now the champ is able to land a shot.
It should be noted, Simply Luscious at ringside. And she should be something to keep an eye on, because even though in the Code of Honor it says no outside interference, Prophecy doesn't care about the Code of Honor. In fact, they want to take down the Code of Honor and rebuild in their own image, and that's part of what they're trying to do here.
They'll break every rule they can, so Simply Luscious may come into play. And now Xavier really cranking up the pressure, and now floats over into a different move. Has the leg grapevine, and now adding a chin lock.
And one interesting note on this match, too, of course, Jay's had his problems with Mark. They've had quite a little feud here in Ring of Honor so far, and they had that match of their candidate that Mark won at Honor Invades Boston, which set Jay off saying, I'm not going to lose again, and he hasn't lost since then, defeating the Amazing Red and Xavier in that non-title match. But Mark, he came up with some sort of family emergency that brought Jay's parents away, so not only is Mark not here tonight to watch his brother go for the title, but Jay's own parents aren't here tonight to watch him go for the title because of something that Mark did. So Jay does not have that moral support from his family, and his parents are always here, are always supporting him, whether it be a football game when he was in high school or whether it be a wrestling match, and he does not have that support tonight because of his brother Mark.
Mark obviously being very jealous as a younger brother, upset that Jay's getting all the glory, getting the chance at the championship, and it's just a ploy for attention.
Mark,
I never did that to my big brother, no, never.
And here you have Jay Briscoe.
Only a 2 count there by Briscoe as he seems to be gaining confidence with each passing win, basically transforming himself from a loser, as Mark called him, into a winner, and there's no better winner than if he could win this ROH title.
No doubt he's a winner. He's one Jay Driller away from winning that title, as a matter of fact. No one gets up from that move, and at only 18 years of age, this guy is a can't-miss superstar. He has all the tools. He's just going to get better with age, and could you imagine becoming Ring of Honor champion at only 18 years old?
That would have to be some kind of record.
It would definitely be a record that will never be defeated. And I think that if there's one special individual that can do it, it's Jay Briscoe, as you see Xavier right now working on him early in this match.
It's a great move. He's got a top wrist lock, and he's breaking Briscoe's leg down in order for him to have a height advantage. And he's really immobilizing Briscoe right now, but now Jay's back on his feet. And softening him up, while still hanging on the wrist lock. And drills him with a kick to the back.
And right now, Xavier, he's looking pretty strong. There's an exchange of punches right now.
Fourth. And here come the chops. Toe-to-toe here.
just stinging each other's chest with those chops.
Reverse now by Briscoe, and nails him with a big foot to the face. That rocks Xavier. Reversal. Caught him with a big kick.
And Jay's reeling. Here comes Xavier. Duck.
And Briscoe nailing some more chops.
I will give Xavier a lot of credit here as he whips him in. Oh, Jay Driller could begin. He could be over early.
Oh, and look at how Xavier's squirming out of there. He saw it coming. He does not want to fall victim to that move.
He knows if he gets that, if he's hit with that Jay Driller, he's out and he's losing that title. And I will give Xavier a lot of credit because, you know, he did take every punishing kick and chop, and there were huge kicks and chops from Loki in that match at Unscripted where he won that title, and Loki really just beat the tar out of him. But Xavier stuck to his plan and ended up winning the title. So I will give him a lot of credit there, although I don't agree with how he did it or what he's doing now. But Xavier very smartly taking this breather after Jay was going for that Jay Driller.
Conferencing on the floor with Simply Luscious. Xavier trying to slow things down and get things back to his advantage. And he's really trying to frustrate the younger Jay Briscoe right now.
Let's see, Jay patiently waiting for him to get in the ring. And I just really hope that Jay's game isn't taken off too much by Mark keeping his parents from being here tonight. And you think that Mark would even just come through and put the jealousy aside and root for his brother to win the title here?
Because, of course, Mark also very young, very talented. You know, he could have his day someday, but this could be Jay's big day.
Well, Mark, no doubt, is a future star. I mean, he's had one match in Ring of Honor here, and it was a match of the year at Honor Invades Boston. But Mark just jealous that he's only 17, and he can't wrestle in Pennsylvania yet, according to the State Athletic Commission. And you can't fault Jay for that. No reason to take it out on him, as we have a test of strength right here.
Battling, it's pretty even right now, as the champion Xavier now starting to break Jay Briscoe down again.
Yep, Xavier, I don't think Jay's going to win a test of strength here. Xavier, he's got that personal trainer background in phenomenal shape. Jay Briscoe's still growing. He's only 18, but Xavier right now, he's fully developed, and he's got quite a body on him as well. Look at that. Nice by Jay Briscoe. He said that he learned lessons in all his defeats, and there was one of them probably out of the Doug Williams match, reversing out of that. Nice combination here.
And into a Hurricane Rana, and it looks like Xavier was trying to get out of the ring, but Briscoe's got him again. Big drop kick by Jay Briscoe. And again, still Xavier can't get out of there. The challenger gaining some momentum here, and the Prophecy's got to be sweating. Irish whip. Jay caught him and dropped him with a pancake. And now the champ is reeling. Briscoe with a big clothesline, and they're both over and out.
Really nicely done right there. Both men have to be potentially hurt on the floor right there, and they're both slow to their feet. Of course, no countouts in Ring of Honor, so they can take their time, but if you're on the floor for too long, the refs can disqualify you, and you know that Jay wants to get him in here, and I wouldn't be surprised if Xavier took a shortcut like that. And watch out, Jay, because Simply Luscious is right behind you.
And she was looking for her spot, but now she doesn't quite have it as the war continues on the floor. And the champ gains the advantage and sends Jay Briscoe back in. Ring of Honor Championship on the line as Xavier puts the belt on the line.
And you know what? The sad part about this whole thing, since he's defending the title tonight, he's not obliged to defend it next week, November 16th, when Ring of Honor hits Wakefield, Massachusetts, just outside Boston. So guess what? He's not defending it.
Whoa! Suplexes him out to the floor. Very dangerous move.
And you got to wonder what Jay Briscoe will do if he wins the belt here, if he'd put it on the line. But he's in a Dream Partner tag team match next week, as he and a mystery partner will take on Mark Briscoe and a mystery partner as that feud continues. Oh!
All the way out to the floor, Xavier drills Briscoe with the elbow.
Elbow off the apron right there.
So Briscoe has a good excuse. You know, he's already signed for another match, but it seems like the Prophecy isn't defending the championships any more than they have to.
And they will not, that is for sure. And of course, the winner of this match, December 7th in Hamburg, is going to have to take on the winner of the AJ Styles American Dragon match that's coming up later.
Everything's centering around this Ring of Honor Championship. And right now, Xavier is the man to beat.
Xavier's the man to beat, and he's also in control, using those guardrails to hurt Jay, and now he's picking him up, and oof.
Back first, right to the post, and Simply Luscious laughs in his face. And the champion, Xavier, is in control here.
Xavier taking his time, working over Jay. Nice chop right there. tossing Jay back into the ring.
I'm sure Xavier's pride had to be wounded by that non-title loss to Jay Briscoe, and he's trying to punish him as well as beat him in the ring.
And don't forget, after that match, it was the Prophecy, Chris Daniels with their hired assassin, Samoa Joe, jumping Jay Briscoe and letting Xavier hit the 450 on him. So Jay might be looking for a little revenge for that too.
That was just a disgusting attack, the biggest win of Jay Briscoe's career, and the Prophecy ruined it after the match.
And look at Xavier just taunting the crowd. He's got no respect for anything. I just can't believe that. I mean, he fooled everybody from us to the ring announcer, to the ring crew, to all the other wrestlers, just playing Mr. Nice Guy. Whole time having this plan with Chris Daniels. And look at Simply Luscious. This should not be taking place in a Ring of Honor title match. This is absolutely ridiculous. Outside interference. What disrespect, and
I don't think the referee saw that. I think Xavier was
of course
distracted.
The referee didn't see it, but no outside interference in any Ring of Honor matches. The wrestlers here are for honor and respect, and you get that not just in a Ring of Honor match, but in a Ring of Honor title match.
That's the Prophecy's philosophy right there. Just in a nutshell, what Simply Luscious just did, just totally flying in the face of everything this company stands for.
And they're doing it on purpose. There's no reason for that choke. They're doing it on purpose to mess with Ring of Honor.
But Briscoe is fighting back. So much fight in this kid.
The Prophecy, what hypocrites they are. They profess, oh, Ring of Honor, they lie, they do this, they do that, they cheated us. But they didn't do anything like that. The Prophecy's full of crap, and now Jay Briscoe's making a comeback.
Seated gourd buster, and Briscoe goes for the pin. And the champ kicks out.
It's going to take more than that to pin Xavier, but Jay Briscoe, he hits that Jay Driller, and it's going to be over. We're going to have a new champion,
But we saw, Chris, the first time he went for the Jay Driller, Xavier completely bailed out of the ring, so he's got that move well scouted. I'm not sure if Briscoe's going to be able to hit that move.
You better believe Xavier was practicing all week on different ways to get out of that move.
Belly to belly overhead suplex. Great move there by Xavier.
Nicely executed, I'll give him that.
Only two, Briscoe kicks out. And now another chokehold. This one by the champ himself. As the Prophecy continuing to take shortcuts here, Xavier trying to turn back the challenge of Jay Briscoe.
Can you imagine Jay Briscoe, only 18 years old and the Ring of Honor champion?
That would be something, and he would have earned it. He would have earned it with the non-title.
Oh, look at that! Simply Luscious. That's enough already. Simply Luscious interfering once again. She has no reason to be out there. This is Ring of Honor. It's not about any of that kind of stuff. This is everything that the promotion is against. No.
That's just awful. Someone's got to... I don't know if the security can come get away from ringside or what.
What?
Whoa!
Wow.
Xavier springboarding off into a moonsault.
And you know what? As much as whatever I'll say about the Prophecy and all this interference and everything, Xavier is an impressive athlete. Chris Daniels must have hand-selected him to become their champion, and what better champion could you ask for? This guy definitely has it in the ring, as he just slammed Jay Briscoe into that steel post. And what's he going for here? He sees an opportunity. He's going to be going for something, and he's got a chair. What post-chair is outside interference in a Ring of Honor title match? This is getting ridiculous. And what's he going to do with that steel chair? He puts it up against Jay's head, and
just smashes him in the face with a kick. And Xavier and Simply Luscious doing everything they can to fly in the face of the Code of Honor in order to retain this Ring of Honor title.
You have to be asking yourself, were they doing this to go against Ring of Honor and the Code of Honor? Well, of course they are. But are they also doing this because they're scared they can't defeat Jay Briscoe? I think that's another motivation behind these actions.
It looks like they really got spooked by that non-title loss.
I don't blame them. And right once again into the post, and I think that Jay's bleeding.
Jay, get out of here, I'm telling you.
And Mike Keener warning Xavier to get back in the ring. And what does Xavier care if he's disqualified? He keeps the title then.
Now, this is a very well thought out plan by the Prophecy. It's not an honorable plan, but they really did their homework. This has all been plotted out by Xavier and probably Christopher Daniels as well.
And look at Jay Briscoe. He's busted wide open. The blood is pouring from his forehead. The only other time in his career that he bled was against his brother Mark at Honor Invades Boston, that match of the candidate, and Mark won it. A definite disadvantage for Jay with that blood loss. He's not used to wrestling with it, and he is losing a lot of blood in a hurry, and Xavier's just staying on him with those boots to the cut.
Going right after it, and Briscoe, the blood's just coming very quickly. Xavier gets a 2 count. Briscoe fighting. I don't think he really hardly knows where he is right now.
He's going on instinct right now, but this kid lives, breathes, eats, sleeps wrestling, and he knows he can go on instinct if he has to, and he's going to have to with that blood pouring out of his forehead like that, and Xavier now working that hold.
It's really a shame the way this is going, Chris, because the prophecy's saying, don't be afraid to cheat, don't be afraid to use outside interference, because we're not going to lose the title that way.
And that blood is just pouring. Prophecy taking advantage of going against everything Ring of Honor stands for, but Jay's fighting back.
But Xavier cuts him off one more time. Simply Luscious cheering her man on as he tries to put Briscoe away.
And there's that nice submission that Xavier invented with that bridge. Wasn't able to hold on to it. And it's a good thing that blood, wow, he is just a bloody, bloody mess right there. Oh, slap.
I'm not sure how much longer he can go on.
No, and that's a lot more blood than he lost in Boston already. And a big scoop slam right there.
And now the champ's going up.
The champ with Jay Briscoe's blood all over his body is bleeding so much. Maybe, I don't think he's going for the 450 yet.
And Xavier literally has Jay's blood on his arm.
And he misses that elbow. Jay moves.
Oh, man. Briscoe's bleeding profusely.
And Jay, he's got to maybe...
Jay
Driller. He's going to go for it. No.
Oh, the champion counters again. Water wheel slam by Xavier. That could be enough right there.
And why is he going for the cover? Now he's going for the cover.
Hooked both legs and he still got 2.
And if you're Xavier right now, you have to be worrying about setting Jay up for either that 450 or that X breaker, that neck breaker that he uses. As one of those 2 moves will definitely polish off Jay at this point and keep the title around Xavier's waist. But Xavier's just beating on him. You hear the fans getting behind Jay Briscoe.
The fans are behind him, but you know, Chris, at this point, I'm kind of glad that Jay Briscoe's parents aren't here because I don't think they want to see this.
No, not at all. And those knee strikes, very devastating on Jay Briscoe. As, let's see, Xavier
setting him up on the top rope. He could be trying to put this one away.
You know what, but you say maybe as good as parents aren't here, maybe this is when Jay needs the moral support of his parents more than ever to look out in the crowd and see them urging him on.
Off the top! Sunset flipping, no, Xavier put on the brakes and knocked him down.
And it's Mark who's keeping his parents from being here right now by coming up with some fake family emergency thing.
Did he even say what it is?
No.
It's a spelling bee or something?
It was just he made a call to the parents and the parents had to leave the building.
Humongous superplex.
I think he said like he wrecked the family's pickup truck or something.
Well, that's kind of an emergency.
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
Oh, okay, so Jay Briscoe hitting a devastating superplex, but at this point, he's in no position to follow that up.
And that crowd, they're getting firmly behind Jay Briscoe in this one. They want to see a title switch. They know he's one Jay Driller away from winning it. And both men now making their way up to their feet. Mike Keener right on top of the situation. Mike Keener having a rough match here. He probably isn't used to having to look out for outside interference, and the Prophecy's taking advantage of that.
And Xavier comes in, and Jay Briscoe.
Jay's fighting back.
And he's beating the champion to the punch right now. Briscoe sending the champ in. We get a reversal. Swing and a miss. Briscoe with a German suplex. No, only 2. And Briscoe continuing to fight his way back. He may actually have a chance in this one.
I think he definitely has a chance. I mean, he really just needs one Jay Driller in 3 seconds. And Xavier looks reeling now. He looks a little bit tired, but nope. Same thing he did against Loki. Just want to look like he's on the defensive. Just want to look like he's on trouble. He comes back with something. Pump handle, but it wasn't able to connect with it. And Jay's got him up now.
Into a Death Valley driver.
And go for the cover, Jay. This could be inexperience right here. He needs to be going for the cover. This is probably a mistake that he won't make when he's 22, 25, 28. But at the age 18, he's going for the big move instead of going for the cover as he's climbing up to the top and taking his time. A little bit too long, perhaps, with that blood loss.
Here we go. Big leg drop off the top. That's a great point, Chris. He's at the point where he's lost so much blood. No, only 2.5. Briscoe so close to winning the Ring of Honor title.
And now he's got Xavier weekend. This is when he's going to stay on top. And now he's got him hooked. Jay Driller, he's got him up. He's got him up.
No. Xavier countered and nailed him with a a kick to the face, but he's already bloody.
He was so close to having him there. And now he's got him in that.
Cobra's clutch suplex.
Wow, that is nice.
And the fans, you can tell, they're still cheering for some great moves by Xavier.
Plants him.
Face first.
There's a cover.
No, Briscoe kicking out.
And what hard desire Jay Briscoe must have after taking all those high-impact moves, after losing all that blood, and he's still kicking out. He's still fighting. And let's see, what's Xavier going to go for now? He's got to be wondering, it's time for the X-Breaker, time for the 450. He's got to nail one of those if he plans on keeping this title. And let's see, what's he going for?
X-Breaker? No. Briscoe hooking him up for a powerbomb.
And
moonsault.
And Jay's fired up. Jay's getting a burst of energy now.
It may be his last burst of energy considering how little blood he has left.
And what? Luscious just threw a chair into the ring. Keener's getting a chair out. And look, she just crotched Jay on the top. She threw that chair in as a diversion. And she used that opportunity to trip Jay off. She knew that Xavier was in trouble. Xavier's got him hooked for that X-Breaker.
X-Breaker.
Oh, no. Oh, X-Breaker from the top. Even more devastating than usual.
And that's it. Xavier wins it and keeps the belt.
Unbelievable. Jay was so close. Xavier needed the outside interference from Simply Luscious.
Three times.
But at the end, so pivotal right there. If he didn't get that outside interference, I think we would have had a new champion.
This is it. We're going to find out who wins the #1 contender trophy as the Gauntlet Series ends. It's American Dragon against AJ Styles.
And we have another first-time match in this, and what an even match. Two of the hottest young stars in the entire professional wrestling business right now. I'm not going to call it sports entertainment because we do professional wrestling here at Ring of Honor, and they're about to lock up, and the winner of this one is going to go on and face Xavier December 7th in Hamburg, Pennsylvania for that Ring of Honor title. And you got to think the winner of this one could actually be the favorite running into that title match. He's going to have momentum behind him, and he's going to have defeated some of the best athletes in this business today.
It's amazing. It's called the #1 contender trophy, but it's really a big, almost like a championship, a really big honor in its own right. And one of these guys will be the first man to hold that trophy.
No doubt that if either of these one of these two men win this match, that they have earned that title shot, and that is that purpose of that #1 contenders trophy, as you see them grappling right now.
American Dragon looking to gain the advantage with the mat wrestling, but AJ Styles able to counter out of it, riding on him, and now it's American Dragon coming back on top. Both guys going back and forth. Dragon trying to establish this match superiority, but AJ will not let him. And Dragon takes him down. Styles fights out again.
Wow, that is what professional wrestling action is all about right here. You gotta love it, and these Ring of Honor fans appreciate it. You don't need to go through a table. You don't need to jump off the balcony. You just need to be damn good in that ring, and we got two of the best right here at the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philadelphia.
What a sweet exchange that was.
And the people, their eyes are just glued to the ring. They want to see what happens next. And what's very refreshing in this one, unlike when you have Xavier in the ROH title, you know that you have two men that have respect and honor in that ring in this one. And they're going to follow that code of honor, and they're going to show that wrestling really is a sport.
Single leg takedown gives AJ Styles the advantage, and now trying to force American Dragon's shoulders to the mat, but Dragon able to turn the momentum around. And now it's Styles trying to keep his shoulders off the mat. Styles back in control. Looking for a leg to take over. And into the ropes.
And this is just great wrestling. This is what I love to see. This is what professional wrestling's all about. And you see AJ Styles, American Dragon squaring off. Both of them phenomenal athletes. AJ Styles maybe does a little more of the fancy moves, a little more of the athletic style. American Dragon harder hidden, maybe a little bit better at the grappling than AJ Styles. But they pretty much match up very even, in fact perfectly even in this one. I can't decide who gets the advantage.
And their careers are taking very similar paths. This year, 2002, they've both really risen up and become bigger stars as the year's gone on.
Well, there's no way you can keep the stars of either of these two down because these two have that natural ability and they are just absolutely what prototype wrestlers should be like. I mean, these guys are just it, you know?
That's right, and we do get a clean break here. American Dragon beating Paul London earlier on, but he was able to get some rest so that these two are in an even-Steven scenario as we go into this match.
American Dragon, just back from the tour of Japan, he's going to need all those skills he learned there to defeat someone of the quality of AJ Styles, who's risen to become one of the main men in NWA TNA on pay-per-view every Wednesday night. And there you see the headlock there, and look at AJ trying to get the eyes or something on the face to get out of that. And you know, it might be a simple headlock, but when you got those arms of American Dragon wrapped around you with his kind of technique, that headlock's going to squeeze the breath of the air and the blood right out of your head.
Everything American Dragon does is just so solid as he's got AJ Styles tied up one more time with his chancery.
Ref Hansen right there, one of the best young referees in the business right now.
Crimping that neck of AJ Styles, and American Dragon rides him down.
You figure each man right now probably just feeling each other out, seeing what each other have. This is the first time they've ever wrestled against each other, and both men actually requested to wrestle each other a while ago. It never happened, but fortunately it's able to happen because of the way this Gauntlet series worked out.
And Styles trying to put Dragon's shoulders down.
That's one.
Dragon fighting his way right back out. So these two really still in kind of a stalemate position right now.
Without a doubt, they are at a stalemate position, and you better believe that they love what they're doing right now. They're in this ring because they love grappling. They love this style of wrestling. They love having a place like the Murphy Recreation Center and the fans that come to Ring of Honor, the diehard fans that drive from all over the country to be here, and they love having that audience that gives them respect and being able to perform. And that's why you see the Ring of Honor wrestlers always giving that extra mile. It's because they feed off of that respect from the audience, and they pay it back with professionalism and by going that extra mile in the ring.
And now AJ Styles, we're seeing that this match has really been American Dragon's kind of match, but AJ Styles has been able to hang with them all the way through.
He's got him down right there, and both men, of course, they study every different style that there is, and right now, just a real quick plug, if you want to see Ring of Honor action with both these guys, and over 5,000 videotapes featuring just about every promotion you can dream of and every wrestler that you love, even the biggest names in the business, just check out rfvideo.com or call 215-891-9404. And for the latest on Ring of Honor, you can either call that number or check ROHWrestling.com.
American Dragon went up for a drop kick, but Styles hit first. And a 2 count. And whoever wins this will not only get the trophy, but they will get the next shot at the Ring of Honor title.
December 7th in Hamburg, that's right. And I got to think that either one of these guys, if they win, they're going to be the favorite going in that match against Xavier. But I mean, obviously, they're going to have to watch out for Simply Luscious, as she really is the insurance policy for Xavier out there.
And I'm sure the entire Prophecy is checking this match out. Drop toe hold all the way out of the ring.
Oh, without a doubt, the Prophecy's watching this one. They want to see what's going to happen because they want to know what Xavier's up against in Hamburg.
American Dragon slides through and blasted Styles with a European uppercut.
And I have to admit, I'd love to see either of these men.
That was fantastic. And he caught him with a super kick.
He just jumped over that guardrail and caught him with a super kick. That is athleticism at its best right there. Wow, unbelievable. And what a way to avoid a guardrail whip, too. Crowd just eating it up. Creative, athletic, hard-hitting. That's Ring of Honor right there, and that's AJ Styles.
Great balance, and you know, I'm amazed that even when he went over the guardrail that he didn't wipe out into the seats. He just stopped on a dime.
He's that good.
And now starting to soften up American Dragon on the floor.
Either of these men would be a proud Ring of Honor champion and someone they could really showcase as their champion because they both represent hard-hitting, athletic wrestling, and they perform it at their best. And when you got both of them in there against each other with so much on the line, you're guaranteed a great, great match, and that's not going to be enough as AJ in the ropes, too close to the ropes right there.
But now AJ Styles starting to take the advantage ever since he jumped over the guardrail. Things have gone his way.
That's the kind of move that will get the momentum going on AJ's side, without a doubt.
Backbreaker and holding him there. And into a gut buster. Good combo move there.
AJ Styles is so good at those combo moves. He has many of them, which he does, and all of them equally devastating.
And now American Dragon starting to be in trouble for the first time tonight.
I would say that this is the first distinct advantage in this match too, and it's held by AJ Styles right now.
Only a 2 count there by AJ. Paul London giving American Dragon a great match, but of course London, it was the 3rd time he wrestled, and American Dragon was able to come up with a victory. And now it's AJ Styles in command.
There you hear that crowd, that diehard crowd of wrestling fans just clapping, enjoying the action. They're clapping for a test of strength because they know they're seeing great wrestling right now, and they're showing that respect and appreciation in the ring, and that's why these wrestlers give it their all in there. And, wow.
Couple monkey flips there, but they're both hanging on, trying to jockey for position. And still hanging on to this test of strength. And Dragon using his head.
Call that one, Jeff Foreman.
Styles just got nailed. American Dragon showing that he can strike you from anywhere.
And American Dragon now got the distinct advantage working on that arm of AJ Styles.
And now Dragon seems to have formulated a game plan here to target that arm.
Oh.
And Dragon has so many ways to hurt you.
We talk about Doug Williams being a man of 1,000,001 holds and counter holds. What about American Dragon? He's right up there. And look at him grinding down on that arm.
Just targeting just that one muscle in the arm. Such precision in everything that American Dragon does.
And here's an interesting note.
Now Keylock.
November 16th, next week, when Ring of Honor returns to the Boston area, AJ Styles is in there against Christopher Daniels. So if he wins this match, he's going to have to defend that #1 Contenders trophy against Christopher Daniels, because that's what happens with that trophy. You have to keep defending it until you get that title shot. So Daniels could block AJ from getting that shot. American Dragon, on the other hand, is in a 30-minute Iron Man match against Doug Williams, the torture device, next week. And you got to figure that'll be for the title, for the #1 Contenders trophy too, if American Dragon wins this match. So with that, the winner of this match isn't home free going into Hamburg. They're going to have to win next week when Ring of Honor returns to Wakefield, Massachusetts at the America Civic Center.
So this trophy is really changing the complexion of Ring of Honor, and a few people, if things go their way, they could get into the title picture.
Without a doubt. And I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to both those matches. November 16th, American Dragon and Doug Williams had that classic Road to the Title, and we're finally going to see the rematch next week. And AJ Styles and Chris Daniels, that's another rematch from Road to the Title. And AJ's got an issue because, of course, he was disrespected by Daniels, and Daniels refused to shake his hand.
And American Dragon continues to work on the left arm of AJ Styles. He's wrestling the kind of match he likes now. Look at those headbutts.
Those headbutts just driving into that arm, into that tricep, then that bicep, bruising that arm. And if AJ doesn't have use of that arm, that's going to be a big disadvantage. Ooh, nice European uppercut.
And AJ Styles is down. American Dragon moving in now. And he's taking his time. He's not going for a finisher right now. He's trying to wear down Styles' arm as much as possible. And Styles trying to get out of here. Into a sunset flip. That's what Styles needs to do. He needs to fly around a little more. But Dragon caught him again.
Dragon can fly, he can, but AJ, he probably does have the advantage if it goes to the air, without a doubt. American Dragon would be best served to keep him on the ground, and that's what he's doing right now with those punishing stomps.
American Dragon moving in now, and he's going to tie him up.
No.
And AJ floats over. A 1 count, but now he's got American Dragon hooked up in a chancery. And Styles is not backing down from this mad wrestling fight. He's sticking with it.
It's a really nice reversal there by AJ, and a smart move too, allowing him to rest up for a second while he's stretching Dragon, but Dragon up to his feet. Very powerful individual.
Counter now by American Dragon. Into a go behind. Styles looking for a way out. There's a way out. Springing off.
Nope.
With a quebrada, but countered into a fisherman suplex by American Dragon in 2. And the fans would really like to see either one of these guys win.
Without a doubt, and I wouldn't mind seeing either of these guys win the title either, and winning this trophy and going on and winning that title. But of course, they got to get through November 16th in Wakefield first, and before that, they can even think about this match. It's just getting started, it seems like, and they've been going at it tooth and nail for a while now.
American Dragon landing another forearm, and AJ fighting back.
I think that blow by AJ didn't really quite have the effect that he wanted to, and American Dragon able to keep counting back. And oof.
He's rocking AJ Styles now, and he's out to the apron. American Dragon packing a huge wall.
And look at American Dragon. Look at his face. One of those punches or forearms or something busted him wide open, a cut right by the eye, and how's that going to affect this match as Dragon is losing a lot of blood in a hurry. And look at that.
Brainbuster.
And that blood flowed more to his head right there, and American Dragon is just, he's got a pretty deep cut there, right above the eye, and it's causing his face to be covered in blood, and the crowd getting into it now. AJ's got to follow up on it. I don't think we're going to see AJ work on the cut the same way Xavier did with those boots and the chair and that kind of thing. But AJ instead going for a submission move.
Tying up the legs into the Muda lock. And we'll see if Dragon's going to give up.
And I think Dragon, he might have to tap with the way that eye is as Styles is turning it over, and it's even more painful that way. Look at that stretch.
Stretching out the entire body. A lot of pressure on the knee. The left knee of American Dragon. Really getting hyperextended right now.
And with that kind of blood loss too, and AJ had to let go. Dragon wasn't given, but right now AJ's really got to stay on Dragon with that kind of blood loss. And they're still locked in that leg lock.
Going for it once again.
Another variation of it. But look, now Dragon's got it.
They both have the same hold on each other.
Now AJ's got the advantage. Now Dragon's got the advantage.
Look at that.
And they're fighting for it.
Ref doesn't know who to ask to submit.
And ref Hunter called for a stalemate. Good call right there. Forcing them to break it, and that's going to be tough for either of them to break it. Wow.
That's a very good call by the referee because they're pretty much locked up. They can't really get out.
That was a stalemate. They would have been locked like that all night. And look at that cut getting worse over Dragon's eye. You see the swelling.
Oh, boy.
And this crowd on its feet for this kind of action, they love it, and that's what you come to Ring of Honor to see.
And it's not over yet. They both landed such heavy blows, but Styles now has the advantage because Dragon losing the blood. And we'll see if Styles can capitalize.
Kicks him up. Nope.
Out of the suplex and into a Hangman's neck breaker. A cover and 2.5. Not sure how much longer American Dragon can last.
No, but I gotta say, Jeff, we are in the midst of a classic right here, a possible match of the year candidate. These two are really going all out.
And this is the culmination of this entire Gauntlet series.
And what a series of matches that we had in this Gauntlet series.
If you add it all together, it really puts a lot of prestige behind that #1 Contenders trophy. Into a prawn hold, and now a full Nelson locked in by American Dragon. And German suplex. Only 2. Dragon says, wasn't that 3? No, it was close. The blood's starting to get into Dragon's eyes now. Slams him down with a DDT.
And now Dragon's going up, probably for that diving headbutt. Very effective move that he uses. And AJ hopefully has it scouted. He might be able to counter it. Because if Dragon hits this, AJ's going to be set up for perhaps a counter mutilation. There it is.
There it is.
Bleeding eye and all.
Went for the pin, but Styles able to kick out.
Not quite enough.
Dragon still, he may have knocked himself silly on that move.
Dragon is one tough guy, there's no doubt about that. AJ's one tough guy too. And who's tougher, but it's going to take a lot more than a diving headbutt to knock him out. As that cut in the eye really isn't even affecting Dragon at all. AJ ducking that clothesline, another duck.
Big roundhouse kick to the back of the head. AJ Styles proving to be such a versatile competitor. And man, Dragon is messed up.
That eye is just nasty. And notice that Dragon might have seen that kick coming, couldn't block it, but managed to turn his face away so that AJ caught him. Instead of catching him in the eye, caught him in the face, and oh!
German suplex, but he's going to roll through and come up with something else. Just dropped him face first. Styles goes to the pin. The Dragon kicks out again. Good stamina by both guys.
Both guys in tip-top condition. Just look at them, you can tell that. And AJ, he might be going for one of those spectacular moves that he does out of the corner, and he's got Dragon set up for it.
Styles could win if he hits this.
This could definitely be a win. Maybe that spinal tap.
Oh, Dragon didn't want to be on the receiving end of that one as he countered. And now Styles is in big trouble.
And Dragon's perched on the top rope. This could be it if he hits it. Oh! It was a back suplex, but AJ flipped over in midair and landed face first. And that's just... That is just impact throughout your whole body there, and it's going to take something out of both men, but more out of AJ.
What a devastating fall that was for both guys, especially AJ Styles. He got clobbered. Half Nelson, can he roll him over for the pin? Foot on the ropes.
Wow, that might have been it. That foot on the ropes might have saved AJ.
Dragon can't believe it after landing such an incredible high-impact move. Still AJ Styles is able to reach the ropes. Another... Oh, here we go. Back and forth. It's a war of attrition here. Around and both guys missing the discus punches.
Oh.
And both hit him.
Both connect on each other and both are down. Dragon a bloody mess. Both men knocked out. And right now one of them could just roll on top of the other and get a cover perhaps.
It's either man, and now the fans are basically cheering for both guys to get up. Fans really very respectful of both these guys as well they should.
Yep, and the fans appreciating this action, showing that appreciation. And now let's see both men making their way up to their feet, and both men head to head right now. And chop.
Here we go. Both guys are about to drop. Oh, a Dragon going to the face. And the referee asking for a break.
Dragon maybe getting a little desperate there. Oh, big shot. Oh.
Here we go. Dragon unloading.
American Dragon is just plain punishing.
This could be the flurry that Dragon needs to win this match. They've been so evenly matched so far. As he takes AJ Styles with the Irish whip, American Dragon gets caught. Styles moonsaults and then drives it with the inverted DDT.
We've seen him do that before. Cover.
No.
Not enough yet.
Dragon keeps kicking out.
And you got to be thinking, AJ's got to be thinking about setting up that Styles clash right now, while Dragon has to think about setting up either that Dragon suplex or, more importantly, that cattle mutilation.
I think that's what he was going for. I think he's going for the Styles clash.
He is going for the Styles clash. He's got it.
There it is.
He's got a hook, and this is going to be it. He's hit that Styles clash. Oh! American Dragon kicks out. American Dragon kicked out of the Styles clash, and American Dragon, he's kicked out of some of the biggest moves in Ring of Honor. Road to the title, he kicked out of Doug Williams' Chaos Theory. Round Robin Challenge, he kicked out of Loki's Key Crusher.
Kicked out again.
AJ trying again, just another 2 count. And what can AJ do now? He hit that Styles clash. He wasn't able to put him away.
I can't believe he kicked out of the Styles clash. And now Styles, we get a counter. Dragon,
he's got it.
Only 2, that was very close.
AJ just getting out of that one. And right now, Dragon's going to be wondering, hey, I hit him with the Dragon suplex, so what next? And it's going to be cattle mutilation. This made Paul London tap earlier in this gauntlet series.
There it is.
AJ's got to get the ropes fast, extremely painful. This is a move that made Loki pass out of Round Robin Challenge. AJ Styles has to get to the ropes. American Dragon's got the full bridge in there, and he flips over and turns it into a cross. No, it turns it into a pinning combination.
And no, only 2. AJ Styles was able to hang in there even though he was in the cattle mutilation, and he wasn't going anywhere.
And Dragon figured, hey, I maybe could get a quick pin with that pinning combination. He almost did, but just too much. Both these men just going all out in this one. I think we have another Match of the Year candidate on our hands as Dragon goes up, but AJ catches him.
I don't see how these 2 are still standing. And Dragon shoving AJ down.
Oh, did you see that one connect?
Yeah. Styles fighting right back. And again, shoved down a second time. Dragon up to the top. Can he hit something? No.
And look, he's hooking him. Maybe that's... No, look at American Dragon holding on for dear life right there. And AJ just ramming him head first in those turnbuckle pads, trying to get him off, knowing he could get the Styles Clash again if he can get him off. And Dragon's just holding on and slammed down. AJ scoops him up again.
I think he's going to get it.
He's trying to hook him. Oh, powerbomb. American Dragon trying everything to stay out of it.
There he
AJ
is.
kept beating him down. He's got him hooked. Styles Clash again.
Number 2. That's it.
What a victory for AJ Styles. As this crowd at the Murphy Rec Center rises to their feet, AJ Styles, the first holder of the #1 Contenders Trophy.
American Dragon did everything to fight back. He was busted open. He tried so hard to avoid that second Styles Clash. He kicked out of one Styles Clash, but AJ wins the trophy. Congratulations to both men. What a match.
AJ has a trophy, and you're going to wonder if American Dragon didn't have that match earlier, maybe he would add that extra energy that would have taken to win this one, that little bit of extra energy. And I want to see a rematch between these two down the line as AJ Styles, your #1 Contenders Trophy holder, and it looks like if he can get through Chris Daniels next week in Wakefield, Massachusetts, he's going to get that title shot at Xavier in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. And let's see, AJ Styles now, and the winner of that match in Hamburg is going to have to defend the title when Ring of Honor returns to the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philly, just 5 blocks from the ECW Arena on December 28th. And AJ now looking over American Dragon, and you know they're going to shake hands and show each other respect there, as these two not only earned each other's respect, but beat it into each other. What a match we just saw here. Could be match of the night. And
both of these guys have to be so proud of their performances, and the fans really showing their appreciation. That was really great.
And this is what they love to do. They perform their art, and this is what they love. And there you see that respect between the two of them. Either man, one of these men, and there you hear the fans. And hold on.
Wait a minute.
Dragon destroyed that trophy after at Unscripted. He snapped on the Prophecy, destroyed the tag team trophy, and is he going to do it again? No. There's sportsmanship right there.
There we go.
He wanted to present to AJ Styles himself. Very nicely done. And American Dragon now, what a class act. This guy is just class all the way. American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. I've heard he's mentioned he might start wanting to go by his real name. I'm going to say it right now. It's American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. And what an athlete, what a competitor this man is. As AJ Styles celebrates in the ring, pays his respects to the fans. This guy is on his way to getting that ROH title shot, and I'm looking forward to it if he can get through Daniels next week. And hold on, what's going on here? And it's the Prophecy. Daniels, Xavier, and Donovan Morgan jumping American Dragon in the back. American Dragon exhausted after that match.
That was a great match.
You're still no match for the Prophecy. Let's get Dragon. Let's go.
The crowd didn't even see that.
And where's the Prophecy going? There you see Simply Luscious, and they're hitting the ring. AJ gets Daniels. AJ takes down Donovan Morgan. AJ takes down Xavier. Down goes Daniels again. Down goes Morgan again.
I was doing this. Oh, man. AJ Styles, after the incredible match that he had, there's no way he could have hung in there with the entire Prophecy, and now look what's happened.
The Prophecy trying to soften up AJ Styles as the #1 contender right now, and Xavier laying those punches to him. AJ Styles holding his own, but 3-on-1 when you're dealing with these two is too much. And there's Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe in. And Jay Briscoe cleaning out, so there's American Dragon. And we got a brawl going on right now. We got a good old-fashioned Pier 6 brawl. It's the Prophecy against American Dragon, AJ Styles and Jay Briscoe. It's action. It's brawling. It's Xavier gets thrown out of the ring. Jay Briscoe working on Donovan Morgan. They are clearing house of the Prophecy. The Prophecy trying to put down American Dragon, trying to put down AJ Styles. They're going to have none of it as with Jay Briscoe, they fight off the Prophecy, and this war is just beginning.
champion. All you are is a contender. That means you're tied for last. You'll never be tied for last. You'll never be champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, weighing in at 105 kilos. And coming in the ring, by Samoa Joe, the Freedom Rule, Steve Carino. And his tag team partner, weighing in at 83 kilos, from Brooklyn, New York, coming to the ring at this time, weighing in at a total combined weight of 217 kilos, from Tokyo, big tag team match about to get started here. Loki teaming up with Steve Carino against Masato Tanaka and Shinjiro Otani.
And this one is a special 0-1 attraction. It's given to Ring of Honor by 0-1 and Mr. Nakamura. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What an honor and privilege it is to have these kind of athletes in the ring here. Masato Tanaka and Otani. Wow, that's all I can say. I'm looking forward to this one myself. Steve Carino and Loki, not a usual tag team in Ring of Honor. In fact, very different personalities in Ring of Honor, but 0-1 put this match together, and these are all 0-1 talents, so that's why they're teaming up. But I think that Homicide has taken a little bit of exception to Loki teaming with Steve Carino, and that's an issue to keep an eye on.
Yeah, we will have to watch out for that, although both teams would have been very good, although Tanaka and Otani have teamed up many, many times in Japan, so they're going to have that advantage.
Well, Loki and Carino actually just toured up on the last tour of 0-1. So they are getting familiar with each other. Fans just absolutely thrilled to see these two, especially Otani, never appearing before here.
And it's been a long time for Tanaka to even be in the United States.
Very long time, and of course the fans loved him from the old days here. And there you have Loki jockeying for position with Tanaka. And this just caps off the All Star Extravaganza. And why is it called All Star Extravaganza? What an all-star roster talent you saw tonight, capped off right now by Tanaka, Otani, Loki, and Carino.
Tanaka puts on the brakes, scoops him up and plants him with a powerbomb. And Loki's out of there.
And just look, you had the best from the Midwest with CM Punk. You had the best from the West Coast with Daniel, Samoa Joe, American Dragon, Donovan Morgan. Of course, you had the best from the East Coast here. The best from the South with AJ Styles. The best from the United Kingdom and Doug Williams. Guys from every Japan company. Absolutely just phenomenal roster. It's an all-star extravaganza, and it's being topped off right now by this special 0-1 attraction.
Full Nelson by Loki, and now Tanaka counters, grinding this hold down as Loki tries to break it. And Loki comes right back with a back suplex on Masato Tanaka.
Drops him down. And I was just handed a note signed for December 28th, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, South Philly, Murphy Rec Center. It's going to be an international dream match. First time ever. Red, the amazing Red against Jody Fleisch.
Really?
Get your tickets now. And Conan's going to be there.
Conan's going to be there?
Yeah, but what he's not going to be doing his WCW trademarks or anything. He's coming as a serious wrestler to bring Lucha Libre back the way that he loves it. That's going to be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, that's really how Conan made his name, as just his top Lucha Libre style artist. It's good to see him getting back to that.
Well, let's see if he still has it. And don't forget, Ring of Honor, January 11th, going to West Mifflin, Pennsylvania. All the info on that, ROHWrestling.com. And for info on that, too, and also a selection of over 5,000 videotapes from every promotion featuring just about every wrestler, call 215-891-9404 or go to rfvideo.com.
And now Otani in there with Loki, scoops him up and plants him upside down in the tree of woe. Otani very happy with himself. He's got such a vicious streak in that ring. And we see it right there.
Oof. These guys are bringing the pure 0-1 style here, and Steve Corino particularly was looking forward to this match as he's looking forward to showcasing that style in his hometown of Philadelphia, as usually the Philly fans are used to seeing him in hardcore matches bleeding all over the place, but now he's finally going to get to show his new 0-1 style at its best right here in Philadelphia.
And that's what's really elevated Steve Corino to international superstardom. It's really a style that he's comfortable with and something he's really excelled at. And now Otani grinding this in here as he's laying on the back of Loki.
And look, Loki's biting him. Loki biting the finger of Otani.
Ouch. And Corino comes in and helps his partner out there. Corino putting the boots to Otani. Loki wasn't expecting to get bitten in this match.
And look at this, Otani in the Ring of Honor ring. I mean, what an honor this is.
It's just great to have him come over here. And Corino tries to get him out of the corner, but we see Otani just really has his own style, very aggressive. Started out as a junior heavyweight. In fact, he was the first WCW Cruiserweight champion. Now he wrestles a lot more with the heavyweights, and he has really established himself as a top star.
Well, when you talk about hard-hitting action, you have Otani and Tanaka, and look at those chops right there, and that boot right to the face of Corino.
That's what he loves to do. Otani can just beat you and attack you with just about everything he's got at his disposal. And now a tag to Masato Tanaka.
You know what's great? Even though this match was given to us by 0-1, these men all respected the code of honor and shook hands before the match. And what's this? Oh! Double boot to the face, and Corino's head just jarred back on that impact. Ouch!
There was nowhere that Corino could go, and he saw it coming, too.
And look at the fans. They're just so into seeing these guys here.
Masato Tanaka and Steve Corino, a couple of former ECW champions, as we get an Irish whip. Oof. And Tanaka comes in with a big forearm. Pounding down.
You know, say what you want about Steve Corino, love him or hate him, and most people hate him. And, you know, there's good reason to, especially after what happened in the Backseat Boys match when he teamed up with Homicide, when he turned on Homicide for really no apparent reason besides he got a little angry because Homicide forearmed him by accident, costing Homicide the match in Ring of Honor's own ring as some outsiders came in and beat him. But say what you want about Steve Corino, he is excelling at the style, and he has just improved so much. And he was great in ECW, but he is a completely different wrestler now, and he has just taken this style and he has really perfected it. Big boot by Loki right there.
And Loki and Corino making a very good team. You mentioned they have some experience over in 0-1 in Japan teaming up together.
And Loki coming out now wearing a 0-1 tights as this is being taped right now for Samurai TV.
And a 2 count there. And now into a triangle hold. Loki controlling Masato Tanaka. And what a big win this would be if Loki and Steve Corino, a couple of Americans, could beat the Japanese team here in America and have that be shown in Japan on their TV.
And that's what will happen because this is being taped right now for Samurai TV. Loki also coming out with a title belt he possesses in 0-1 as well. So we got a real good international flavor going on in this one.
Tanaka takes Loki into the corner, right into the boot of Otani. And Otani checks back in. Putting the boots to Loki. Just a vicious competitor is Shinjiro Otani. Double chin lock and wrapping the legs around the body as well. Nowhere that Loki can go right now. Otani can really do it all in there.
Without a doubt, and the fans, they obviously waited a long time to see him, and he's got Loki totally wrapped up right now. Loki, of course, in the second match of the night, and that's going to have some kind of effect on him too, as he was in that dazzling 6-man, just an awesome match before, and now he's in another one right here. Great effort by Loki tonight in these 2 top main event type matches against really the best 11. Look at Loki wrestle tonight. Samoa Joe, Donovan Morgan, Chris Daniels, now Otani and Tanaka. He's been in the ring with 5 of the best tonight.
That's like a full month for some people, but he's doing it all in one night against this incredible array of talent.
And that's why it's the All Star Extravaganza.
And Loki firing back.
He's not taking that in his own house, the Murphy Rec Center. The Murphy Rec Center, this very building, he put on that legendary series of matches. Amazing Red, American Dragon, that three-way with Dragon and Daniels, and that 1 hour Iron Man match of crowning a champion. And now this is low-key's building without a doubt. And that AJ Styles match on the Night of Appreciation, too. All Match of the Year candidates, all taking place right here in the Murphy Recreation Center.
And now Steve Carino in there working on Otani. Big running elbow.
And you got to think, those low-key matches are a big part of what Tommy Dreamer was talking about when he said that he senses something special is going on here at the Murphy Rec Center.
And Carino with the cross arm breaker, but Otani shifting his weight to alleviate the pressure and now trying to get the leg out of there. That's right, the amount of different styles, and it's just really a joy to see this.
And look at that, Otani now taking a page out of Loki's book and biting that thumb of Carino to get out of the hold. Same thing Loki did earlier, and Carino now begging for mercy. Otani lets go, and
see Otani.
Hold on, listen to that crowd. They're coming up. They know what's going to happen next. They've been watching their tapes. Listen to that crowd. They want to see it, and there it is. The boot scrapes.
The boot scrapes.
Oh, and there's the big one.
The big running boot scrape.
And you think The Rock just did the people's elbow or something, the way this crowd is reacting. Well, you know what? This is the Ring of Honor version of the people's elbow.
And how about Otani looking around and seeing all these Americans going bonkers for one of his signature moves? What a satisfying thing that must be for him. And a huge boot to the face. Otani, it's like it's his second home here. Oh, he missed that time, and Carino lowered the boom on it.
They say his second home. I wouldn't mind seeing him here more often. And you know what? 0-1 and Ring of Honor are in talks, in addition to PWF, which promotes in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. And I got a feeling you're going to see more 0-1 influence on Ring of Honor shows.
That would be great to see, as Steve
I hope
Carino
so.
working now on Otani and getting him back into the Loki corner. And we get a tag. Carino and Loki starting to work very well together.
Yep, they're hitting some stuff on Otani now. Otani probably needing that tag to Tanaka.
And now, Irish whip. Otani goes in hard and sends him out to the apron. Loki softening him up.
That Tarantula Dragon Clutch right there.
The hanging dragon version of that move.
Thanks for correcting me there.
No, that's good. And Otani's down.
And Paul Turner right there making sure they break the ropes. This could be the biggest match Paul Turner's ever refereed as well.
It's got to be. Hooking up possibly for the Key Crusher 99. Can he get him up? No.
Takes him down though.
We'll drop toe hold and try something different, looking for the dragon clutch on the mat.
He's got it. Tanaka's coming in though.
And Tanaka really was able to get a good shot in there. Loki, I don't think, saw it coming.
Well, what's that say about the respect these guys have for the Dragon Clutch? And as soon as Loki got him in it, like Tanaka was right in there. And Otani wasn't even really in trouble yet.
Off the second rope. Otani caught him with a spinning kick. And here comes Tanaka. Yeah, Loki has made a very big impression over in Japan in a very short amount of time.
Well, he's that good. Oh!
Tanaka coming in, and he got met with a capo kick by Loki.
Capo kick. How do you know that, Jeff? They're going to love you on the internet.
Oh, good.
We all want to be loved on the internet.
Irish whip. Here comes a title crush by Loki.
And he nailed it right in the jaw of Masato Tanaka, one of the toughest guys here. They know him well in Philadelphia. And they respect the hell out of him, and Loki with the cover.
But no. Masato Tanaka able to kick out. Tanaka has been in so many devastating tough matches here in America and over in Japan. He's been hit with everything but the kitchen sink and come back for more.
Oh. Big
good counter there by Tanaka. Loki was coming in.
And Tanaka's got Carino and he's got Loki. That stunner DDT combination.
Wiping out both opponents.
He's known for it.
And the fans getting behind Tanaka, as they did many times when he was in ECW. Oh, catches him with the stunner on the way down there.
And the fans are just eating it up here as Tanaka making his way up to the top.
Look at him fly. Frog splash by Tanaka.
They might have him.
No, Oh, very close to a 3 count.
Loki managing to kick out. I don't know how, especially taking into consideration what he went through in that 6-man ROH title match earlier tonight.
And Tanaka sends Loki across. And he missed that time. Loki nailed him.
It could be Kawada kick time. Oh. The last one, all those ones to the chest, and then that last one to the forehead. Tanaka is down. And let's see, maybe Loki tags in Steve Corino.
And we'll see what Corino can do as he sends Tanaka across and catches him with a jumping side kick.
And look at Corino. This might be 0-1 style, but he still hates these fans, and he's showing it right there.
I still don't see why Corino is so against these fans.
Well, because he feels that all they want to do is see him bleed, and they treat him like a freak. He doesn't appreciate the respect that they show him here in Ring of Honor, and that's just how he feels. And whoops, there we go with Otani.
Jumping side kick. Corino getting a ton of respect over in Japan. He wants that respect here too. And now what's Otani got in mind? Tornado DDT, and he hit it good, but there's Tanaka.
And Corino would have been better to stay down.
Oh, number 2. That'll drop anyone's IQ. And Corino is staggered. Caught him. Exploder suplex by Corino.
Nicely done.
Amazing that Corino had the presence of mind after taking those 2 tornado DDTs.
Corino is one of those guys with ring presence. He always knows where he is in that ring, as now he's hitting that combination of vertical suplexes.
And third one, more of a brainbuster variety. No, only a 2 count.
Now you see Loki and Tanaka fighting on the floor.
Really back and forth.
An old school expulsion, maybe. There it is.
There it is. That could be it. No, Tanaka saw it coming and he made the save. And Loki comes in and stomps Tanaka. What a back and forth battle this has been between these 4 Ring of Honor and 0-1 stars.
And there you see the Samurai TV cameraman catching all the action.
In the ring, it's Corino with a fisherman buster.
And Tanaka whipped into the guardrail. Corino with the cover.
Only 2.
Paul Turner right on top of the action.
And Corino calling Loki back into the ring. See what he has in mind. Holding him open.
No.
Oh, no.
Otani manages to move.
And a huge lariat by Tanaka.
There's that springboard missile dropkick by Otani. And now Otani's taking him up.
Hooks him up. Spiral bomb. 3.
And what a way to end it here at All Star Extravaganza. What a victory for Tanaka and Otani. Thank you, 0-1.
Oh, thank you. Tremendous victory to cap off the All Star Extravaganza for Ring of Honor. It's been great to be here with you. Thank you very much to Chris Lovey. This is Jeff Gorman saying we will see you next time.
No tags, so. Okay. Hey, son. I'm sorry. What are you doing? This is not adequate, man. What are you doing?
I'm sharpening my film for somebody.
This is not arbitrage. What are you
Look, this is Come on, man. You see what happened last time.
What do you mean what happened?
King of old school.
Man, let that go.
Nah, I can't let that go, man. CZW, Ring of Honor, they came to our house and we lost. Why? Steve Corino. I don't care who that. Steve. Fucking Steve. Get his ass right now.
Yo, we should go do something. He's a retard more, bro. But let's go keep. I think we should keep an eye on him. Yeah, we need to.